Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Endless Killing. I synthesize the root of all things. Chapter 21. Zheng. Thousands of fine diamond-shaped blades flashed black and red like magic flames, and hummed from the void. Swish. Impressively condensed together, forming a slender thin blade, half of the blade with a black handle, and blue stripes on the blade. It slowly fell into Su Shu's hands. A piece of data popped up in front of his eyes. Magic Saber Thousand Blades G-Rank Legendary Weapon. Attack Power, 500. Equipment Effect, Strength plus 10%, Agility plus 10%. Self-contained Skills. 1. Thousand Blades return to self. Concentrate the fragments of the magic sword Thousand Blades to synthesize the blade melee attack, and the attack power is full. 2. Chasing the Moon with Thousand Blades. Scattered into thousands of pieces, each piece causes 0.5 attack power plus strength. 3. Flying Star with Thousand Blades. Consume mental energy to bless the blade, causing armor breaking and shield breaking effects. 4. Sweeping Thousands of Troops. 1,000 fragments automatically chase the enemy, consuming mental energy 5 per second. 5. Bloody Storm. Form a very strong blade storm, within 30 by 30 meters, cause full damage without difference, last for 5 seconds, consume mental energy 5. Introduction. Legendary Weapon, the exclusive fantasy weapon of the selected Su Shu, synthesized by SSS level talent. The weapon will automatically collapse after Su Shu's death. The attack power is overwhelming. Su Shu looked excited. Equipped with the Magic Saber Thousand Blades, his combat power evaluation has risen to 8.5 stars just because of the attribute bonus. The real attack power, I don't know how strong it will be. Baiku Library. Cool, my exclusive weapon. After I die, will it dissipate immediately? Seeing this, Su Shu nodded secretly again, indicating that the weapon he synthesized was not afraid of being an enemy at all, and it would be useless if thrown to others. Without the blessing of his talent, it would only collapse into a pile of raw materials. As long as you have blueprints, you can create unlimited high-ranked gadgets. Now that you have this legendary weapon, you can try to challenge the bandit helm. Certainly, the type of troops Su Shu did not forget either. The tiger and leopard riding blueprint just obtained, the height needs to be adjusted. This is a powerful military unit. Guest officer. How can I do this? When he turned his head, he found that the shopkeeper was looking at him with a flushed face, and the yard was full of square stones. Su Shu waved his hand. I don't want this anymore. You always have cold iron and flame iron, exchange them for a batch for me. Yes, cold iron and Yanti are special products of our big business. Small shops can get them, but I'm afraid it will take a few hours to arrive. The shopkeeper nodded immediately. No rush, I'll pick it up later. Su Shu. He casually took off the butcher's knife and threw it to the shopkeeper. You can also exchange this knife for cold iron and flame iron for me. Yes, the small one will definitely fetch a good price for the guest officer. The shopkeeper took the pig-killing knife, and the brilliance of the lord-level weapon made his eyes shine, and he repeatedly said yes. Su Shu walked out of the auction house satisfied. I am going to go to the county government office and ask the county magistrate how to collect the soul. At this time, in the county office, in a secret room. Chen, Wang Beilao, see His Royal Highness Princess. The county magistrate, who had been arrogant before, was kneeling in front of a big chair, trembling all over, with an extremely loyal tone. His Royal Highness, the princess, came to the border from afar, and the minister was far away to welcome him. Please forgive me, Your Highness. Get up. A cold female voice came. Before you understood the meaning of the princess, you did a good job. The county magistrate stood up slowly, and said with a smile, it's all the voice transmission of the princess secretly, so that the minister can respond in time. Visible through the lobby, the woman sitting on the main seat with her jade feet raised high. It was Ling not by Su Shu's side. The girl Loli's brows completely lost the pureness mixed with softness and coquettishness, replaced by a faint majesty. The body of the princess is 10,000 gold. Why come to my Qiantang, a tiny place, to inspect the destinies? The county magistrate persuaded again. With my ministers here, I will be able to successfully select powerful destinies for my use, at least I will not offend them rashly. The Holy Majesty has personally issued a decree to warn my ministers. Ling sighed. Destiny, it's too important for me to work hard. In Xiao, I'm only a medium-sized country. Back then, the kingdoms of monsters, demons, ghosts, and gods in the east and west have multiplied their national power and been promoted again and again since the arrival of the destinies. Now that I have worked hard, a group of destinies have arrived. I have to come and see for myself. Look. If there is no powerful destiny to help, then after the unspeakable disaster strikes, I will definitely destroy the country and the people. Hearing the unspeakable disaster, the county magistrate suddenly broke out in a cold sweat and quickly kowtowed. Princess, don't worry, I'm going to do it for generations to come. In this chaotic world of thousands of races, who dares to say forever? Ling frowned and shook her head. I don't know if the princess has learned more about the destiny during this secret investigation. The magistrate changed the subject. As soon as these words came out, Ling eyes showed a bright color. Although it is limited to heavenly Dao rules, I can't understand a word of communication between destinies, but I found someone. He is kind, courageous and resourceful, and the most important thing is not to be moved by beauty. No matter how many times I tried, I would not be tempted in the slightest. It is completely different from the tyrannical and arrogant destinies in the rumors, and the strength is also the most powerful among this group of destinies. I believe he is the one I am looking for. Quote, in the future, he must be a powerful destiny to save all races. The county magistrate was shocked when he heard the words, but that strong man. Thinking of that person, Ling eyes suddenly became gentle. Young master said, his name is Su Shu. Su Shu didn't care so much, and rushed directly into the county office. At this time Bai Ling Miao also woke up, ran out and saw Su Shu, immediately followed in small steps, her face flushed slightly. Why did you go? Su Shu recalled the beautiful scenery before, and smiled. I went to the brothel. Then he turned and left. Bai Ling Miao's face turned pale immediately, and he uttered a word after a while. Bah, men don't have a good thing. At this time, the live broadcast in the group was started again, and bursts of exclamation came like swiping the screen. Lin Jia, boss has gone to the brothel. Oh, the brothel in the killing field, the boss really knows how to play. Wu Yun, envy, he is probably the only one who can play the battlefield so well. Tan Yan, Xiao Bai, you can't do it either, keep working hard, and try to be a confidant to the boss no matter what, from now on you will be the most shining woman in our novice city. Bai Ling Miao continued to follow Su Shu. But they found that Su Shu came directly to the county government office, and happened to meet Ling coming out, and when he saw Su Shu, he stepped forward to hold him. My lord, are you leaving? Yes, I'm busy. Su Shu nodded calmly. The county magistrate was more than 10 times more enthusiastic than before. He stepped forward and patted Su Shu affectionately on the shoulder. Strong man. Do you want any support? As long as it is in the county, you can take it. Besides, there are several simple regional rewards in this county, hidden rewards, and the brave men are free to choose. Question mark. A question mark slowly appeared above Su Shu's head. Lord mission, hidden level mission. This kind of task is not extremely difficult to trigger. Why does he sound like a Chinese cabbage? Bai Ling Miao just froze in place. Tasks, pick whatever you want. At this time, when everyone in the group heard this, they had already vomited blood, and the discussion was about to explode. What is a big boss? This is a big boss. This is the first time I've heard that a native came up to a mission forcibly. This native county magistrate is so sensible. Knowing that we need tasks most. I would like to offer my knees to the boss. What is domineering? This is what is called domineering. Cough cough. Su Shu coughed lightly. The things I need are nothing special, just the corpses and souls of the people of Dagon after death. Naturally, he would not let go of the opportunity to gather the wool, and quickly threw out the materials needed for the tiger and leopard ride. Yes, the county magistrate nodded immediately. My lord, do you want to cultivate the cultivation technique related to the ghost way? There are martyrs' shrines and mass graves in this county. It's really not good. The ancestral graves of the major families. I dig a few for you. Atmosphere Satsuna calms down. Except Ling's beautiful eyes looking at Su Shu were still bright, everyone else seemed to be struck by lightning. The group was quiet for a while, and then exploded. If you hadn't said it, I would have suspected that Su Shu was the county magistrate's real father. Baikuku. No, more filial piety than to his own father. Is this triggering some hidden mechanism? The mission and resources of the boss are too inhumane, hey. It's not necessary to mobilize so many teachers. Su Shu said silently. I just want fresh corpses and dead souls of the people of Dagon. The magistrate nodded. Qiantang in this county is a big county, with a population of hundreds of thousands at least. Although there are not many strong people, and there are only 3 tigers and leopards sitting in the town, there are still a lot of corpses in recent days. Someone will take the young master to fetch them later. Don't bother me, my lord. That's good. Su Shu nodded. Immediately afterwards, he said, you can give me a reward. As a member of this county, I will do my best. My son is indeed young and heroic. The county magistrate nodded and took out a piece of paper. Young master, please take a look. The biggest reward in this county is Qingfangjai. The people of this county, this official bows down. Several taskbars popped up in front of Su Shu's eyes. Optional Mission 1. Lord level mission, killing the 4 Vajras of Qingfangjai. Optional Mission 2. Hidden mission, explore the ancient ruins. Optional Mission 3. Hidden mission, strangling the disciples of the gods. Optional Mission 4. Hidden mission, howling of the giant beast. Optional Task 5. Hidden skills. The task is to find the skills that the old Taoist on Mount Sanqing can learn. Quote. Optional Task 5. Cycle task, kill bandits, every time 100 bandits are killed. Su Shu was a little confused, and turned to look at the magistrate. The task is so simple and rude. Is this giving all the panties to yourself? A large number of rare missions were easily received, which made Su Shu feel speechless for no reason. No way. You have to complete many conditions for each of these tasks before you can take them. And there are obviously several that are not open in the novice village stage at all. Yeah, if you give me any one of these tasks, it's probably enough for me to reach the overall list in the future. The difference between people is really too big. Everyone in the group became agitated when they saw the small characters on the paper. This is not God rewarding the meal, this TM is simply God pinching Su Shu's neck and feeding him in. Then I'll take it all. Su Shu nodded. Suddenly, a series of battlefield sounds came from my ears. You accepted the mission. You accepted the mission. In an instant, Su Shu knew through the mission summary that there are several ancient ruins in this novice village, several places where treasures are hidden, and many hidden and hidden natives that can be killed. Crouching tiger, hidden dragon in a small county. He couldn't help but be overjoyed. The road is getting wider and wider. The young master took all of them, and he really paid too much for the people of this county. The county magistrate nodded solemnly. I wish the young master a speedy return. Biling Miao next to him and everyone in the group hadn't recovered from the shock for a long time, and they stared blankly at this scene. Su Shu turned around and prepared to leave the county office. When the task is completed, it is time to do the task. Besides, tiger and leopard riders have made him greedy for a long time. But he found that Ling had no intention of staying behind, and still followed him step by step. Su Shu frowned. Aren't you home? My lord, Ling said that from today onwards, the slave family is yours, and Ling will stick to it forever. Ling said with firm eyes, gently holding Su Shu's arm. Then he looked at the county magistrate. Father also agreed, right? Quote. The county magistrate nodded with a smile. That's natural, young people should spend more time. Su Shu looked at the 2 natives suspiciously and nodded, that's fine. Mainly because of that epic task, Su Shu has always been a little bit unable to let go of it. I don't know if it will trigger later. When Su Shu, Biling Miao, and Ling walked out of the county government office, the government servants came and took Su Shu to the mortuary in the Hall of Martyrs. More than 100 corpses were placed in front of Su Shu, but many of them were decomposed. Su Shu held his nose and disassembled it, only to have 30 complete human bodies. Then came the Hall of Martyrs. Inside the Hall of Martyrs, there was a gust of gloomy wind, and there were hundreds of ranks, all of which were soldiers who had died outside in battle over the years. Su Shu stepped forward and used disintegration on a rank. Ding! You got Dakion Heroic Soul 1. Sawdust, red paint. Ding, you got Dakion Heroic Soul 1. Sawdust, red paint. Of course, some are also empty, and the heroic souls inside have long since dissipated. After gathering enough 10 heroic souls, Sushu used synthesis on them. Ding, you got the heart of Dakion 1. It doesn't take much effort to get here. Sushu felt secretly refreshed. Because it is a heroic soul, 10 of them can be condensed into one heart, which is really cool. Enough materials for tiger and leopard riding. He got rid of all the rankings and gathered nearly 100 hearts of great success. On the side, Biling Miao and Ling'er and their daughter watched this scene in amazement. When Sushu showed talent, Biling Miao still didn't dare to start the live broadcast for fear of causing Sushu's displeasure. Now Sushu does not reject her following, which is a big progress for her. It's just a secret shock in my heart, I can't guess what level Sushu's talent is. Sushu returned to the auction house with her second daughter. The shopkeeper quickly gave Sushu a large pile of cold iron and hot iron, as well as a dozen good horses, which were regarded as bonus gifts. Finally, Sushu put a bunch of materials on the blueprint, and added a piece of D-level source fire that was left before. His eyes were piercing. Synthesis. Ding. The synthesis is complete. You have obtained Tiger and Leopard Rider 1. Hold head high. An iron horse in blue cold iron armor slowly assembled out of the void, hissing loudly. The knight on horseback is covered in golden armor, with a tiger head mask, and looks heroic. Bang! Immediately dismounted from the horse and bowed deeply to Sushu. Next, Su Yi, see the master. The arms formed by Sushu all follow his surname. This is what my troop should look like, handsome. Sushu nodded excitedly. A column of units popped up in front of him. Arms. Tiger and Leopard Cavalry, level 8 human, strength 48, dexterity 47, constitution 54. Skill. 1. Innate martial arts, recover 5% of HP every second. 2. 7 prohibition and 54 slashes within 3 meters, 100% combat power erupts. Battle formation skills will be activated after this unit reaches 10,000. Combat rating. 7.5 stars. Introduction. The number of arms in the country should not exceed 10,000, and it is invincible. Very good. Sushu nodded in satisfaction. Bang! The tiger and leopard rode on their horses in an instant. And the two girls beside Sushu, their eyes widened at the same time, their mouths opened wide enough to swallow quail eggs. Biling Miao didn't dare to start the live broadcast, and urgently typed frantically in the group. Quote. Is this the boss? Between waving, a 7-star unit. The group also suddenly became commotion. What? 7-star troops, we are still in the proving ground. Are you sure? It's outrageous. Boss is really not as powerful as we can imagine. Looking forward to a live broadcast. With this boss, in the future, our great Xiao will definitely be able to get rid of the situation of being besieged by the chosen ones from other countries. The look of shock in Ling'er's eyes was 10 times that of Biling Miao's. To know, the emperor spent the whole country's strength and tried his best for decades to build thousands of tiger and leopard cavalry. In the hands of the destiny in front of her, one was born in an instant. She confirmed it. This tiger and leopard rider is exactly the same as Dagon's, even a little stronger. This moment, the Sushu in this girl's eyes is destiny. Sushu turned his head and looked at the two girls with a puzzled expression. What's the matter with you two? The two girls stood in front of Sushu in a daze, and Chi-Chi cast shocking gazes at him. Still need to ask. Obtain a 7-star township unit. Why are you so casual when you can? Sushu ignored the second daughter and continued to give away the remaining. The materials were condensed together until the remaining source fire was used up, and 8 tiger and leopard riders were synthesized. See the master. Willing to die for the master. The 8 tiger and leopard riders knelt in front of Sushu together, their voices were as hard as iron. This is finally a bit of fighting power. Sushu nodded in satisfaction. The breathing of the two girls beside him stagnated again, and then became even more rapid. 8. Tiger and leopard cavalry are such arms, how can he produce energy? Ling'er's legs were a little weak, and she walked up to Sushu and held his arm. Master, Ling'er couldn't be dreaming. What's the dream before it's dark? Su Shu pinched Xiaoluo's face. Immediately ordered the tiger and leopard cavalry, go to these points and complete the task for me. Among the tasks he accepted, several were hidden skill tasks. It's too time-consuming to do it by yourself, it's much easier to do it with arms. The minister takes orders. The 8 tigers and leopards rode out of the city in a mighty manner, and none of them dared to stop them along the way. In Qiantang County, there are only 3 tigers and leopards sitting in the town, so that they can barely prevent themselves from being captured by Qingfangjai. The outside of the county is basically Qingfangjai's territory. And Su Shu took out 8 tiger and leopard riders at once, it can only be said that he is invincible. Qingfangjai has 4 9-star towns, dozens of 8-star people, hundreds of 7-star people, and thousands of mobs. And it's a legendary mission. Maybe these 4 9-star people will have legendary character bonuses. Now it's too risky to go one-on-one. After Su Shu considered it, he still shook his head. Don't move Qingfang village for the time being. Do some other hidden tasks first to accumulate strength. After all, Qingfangjai is a legendary mission of novice village, which means that even the chosen ones of more than 10 levels may not be able to complete it. There is no rush. Suddenly, Su Shu's complexion changed slightly. There was a mournful wolf howl in my heart. Ow! The wolf king who developed a pack of wolves far away on the border of the novice village just sent him a cry for help. Not good. The wolves seemed to have encountered an irresistible enemy. Walk! Su Shu immediately gave the order to flee out of the city with the 2 daughters. Nothing will happen to the wolf king who worked hard on his own. Seeing Su Shu's actions, Biling Miao's chat group also became lively. Boss is out of town. Be sure to pay attention to the novice village that the boss passes by along the way, remember to come out and express your sincerity to the boss. Swish. When Su Shu stopped at the border of a Daxia trial site with his 2 daughters. One came in a hurry. The voice shouted hastily. Please stay. Su Shu turned around. It turned out that he was a handsome, tall young man with short hair, but his movements had the toughness of a soldier. Slowly smiling and walking towards him. First, he dropped a bunch of corpses of the chosen ones on the ground, then nodded. Hello, boss. My name is Lin Jia, and I have been temporarily appointed as the captain of this novice village by the organization. I took the liberty to bother you because I knew you needed the corpses of the chosen ones, so I collected some, hoping to clear up the previous misunderstanding. Su Shu looked at the dozens of corpses on the ground, then turned his gaze to the young man, and a line of data popped up in front of him. Lin Jia, level 8. Power, 34. Agility, 35. Physique, 34. Mental energy, 400. Talent thinking aura of B-level human. Provide all attributes plus 10% for everyone within 300 meters. The attack comes with lightning, and the damage is equal to its own mental energy, lasting 300 seconds. Combat rating, 5.5 stars. His B-level talent seems to be a very strong group blessing talent, suitable for taking the chosen ones or arms together, and can explode with extremely strong combat power. Su Shu thought to himself. He also found that the opponent was already level 8, 4 levels higher than himself, ranking 3rd on the level list. There are still too few mobs brushed by myself, and it is not as good as other people's harvesters to clean up level 1 and level 2 beasts. But Su Shu didn't care about the bonus of upgrading for a long time. Although he was 4 levels higher than Su Shu, Lin Jia didn't dare to be arrogant at all, and immediately found out the attitude he should have in front of the boss. Sorry, everyone's level has risen now, and the casualty rate is also decreasing, so there are a little less corpses. No problem. Unexpectedly, Su Shu waved his hand and put these corpses into the portable space, and nodded. There is no misunderstanding between you and me, the matter of Gao Dashan is nothing. It has been several days since they came to the battlefield. Some people who are not suitable for the battlefield have been eliminated. Those who can survive are all human spirits. It is normal that there are fewer corpses. Lin Jia's uneasy heart immediately relaxed. Then I won't bother you. He smiled again. In the future, we will collect the corpses of our comrades in arms. Su Shu nodded, which saved him a lot of trouble. See you later. Swish. He continued galloping away with his second daughter. After Su Shu left, Lin Jia wiped the sweat from the back of his head. He knows. If the other party wanted to kill him just now, I'm afraid it was just a thought. You have obtained F-level Earth Talent Crystal, Physique Strengthening. You have obtained F-level Earth Talent Crystal, Physique Strengthening. You have obtained G-level God-type Talent Crystal, Strength Enhancement. The quality of the corpses that Lin Jia brought was not good, they were basically bad street talents below E-level. Su Shu quickly disassembled these corpses and synthesized them into 4 E-level talents. However, after the synthesis, his talents were not advanced, but the effect was slightly increased. Blinking, now the cooling time has been reduced to 2 seconds. Blood surging, now recover 7% of injuries every second. Totally crazy, the chance of cannibalism increases. The higher up the talent is, the harder it is to get promoted. Su Shu thought for a while. It seems that killing must be started in order to maximize talent. There was a look of anticipation in his eyes. I don't know which country's lucky person will be the first to hit his hand. The second woman next to him only saw him decompose the corpse, but didn't know what he got through the corpse. Biling Miao frowned and thought hard about meditation for a long time. Suddenly decided to take out a contract, wrote a few lines, and handed it to Su Shu with both hands. This, as the price for me to follow you. Oh. Su Shu smiled and accepted the contract that was shining red. Level 1 item. Contract of the Chosen One. Content of the contract. The signer swears that he will never disclose any information about Su Shu without permission, and those who violate the contract will be immediately wiped out from the battlefield. Contractor. Biling Miao. The red light on it means that this is a prop from the killing field. Su Shu was shocked immediately. There are such props in the killing field. If Biling Miao didn't know how to leave, he was already thinking about whether to kill this woman. After all, I have too many secrets, and I must not expose them to outsiders. Unexpectedly, the other party was quite sensible, and even took the initiative to hand over the contract. As long as you are promoted to level 10, you can use the killing value to exchange items. Powerful items can even change the rules of the battlefield. Biling Miao hurriedly took 2 steps forward and explained, pointing to the contract again, this contract was given to me by my father before coming down. So that's the case, then I will accept it. Su Shu nodded. As a descendant of the Chosen One, Banhua still knows a lot of battlefield secrets. It seems necessary to take her with him. In addition to talent, I can inform the rear of your battle situation. ? Everyone is always ready to support you. Quote. Biling Miao breathed a sigh of relief, and asked cautiously. Yes, but not necessary. Su Shu left a word indifferently, and his figure flickered and disappeared. Although limited by the rules, Linger couldn't understand the communication between the Chosen Ones, but she could still see something from Biling Miao's expression, and immediately guessed the purpose of the contract, and couldn't help but laugh like a silver bell. Hee, the big brother really trusts me the most. Su Shu stagnated. Glancing at her, he didn't trust this woman in his heart. It's just that the nature of the natives and the Chosen Ones is different. Ow! Just in front of the hills, a large ocean of black, white, gray and yellow suddenly appeared, as well as howling wolves one after another, completely submerging several mountains. Behind the Wolf Sea, there are dozens of wolf kings that are more ferocious than the Wolf Sea, and a golden giant wolf that is 10 meters high. It is full of majesty, like the king of the earth. Ah! The giant golden wolf roared, and the sound wave formed a spiral and blew past the pack of wolves. The trees were broken and flew away. At the forefront of the sea of wolves is Su Shu's silver wolf king. When it saw Su Shu, it whimpered with joy, ran to Su Shu in 3 or 2 steps, and rubbed against Su Shu affectionately. The data of the giant golden wolf also popped up in front of Su Shu's eyes. Wolf King, Lord level arms. Level 10. Strength, 51. Agility, 53. Physique, 45. Mental energy, 450. Combat rating, 8 stars. Skill 1 Giant Claw, unleash 3 times attack damage. Skill 2 Greedy Wolf. Every time you bite an enemy in battle, the combat power will be superimposed by 5%, and the upper limit will be 30%. Skill 3 Devour. Exert 5 times damage and bite. This Wolf Emperor is not a king level unit, but a lord level unit at level 10, with 8-star combat power. Su Shu's heart suddenly became hot. Although my Wolf King is only level 2, it is a synthesis of real king level units. I don't know how strong this unscrupulous King Wolf will be if he goes a step further. Su Shu frowned. Chirp. I saw the Silver Wolf King affectionately licking a female wolf beside him. The pure white female wolf had a strand of golden hair hanging on her head, but she looked at her own Wolf King with tender eyes. Ah! Seeing this scene, the Wolf Emperor roared even more furiously. This was the anger from the Hulk. You, Green, the Wolf Emperor. Su Shu suddenly understood. This guy stole his wife, no wonder the Wolf King is so furious. The two girls next to her were also a little blind. Only the Silver Wolf King kept rolling to please Su Shu. It seems to be saying, "Boss, you can't leave me alone." Call. The wolves in the sky divided into two groups, and the Wolf King began to confront Su Shu. Slap. Su Shu slapped the Wolf King across the face. You're useless, you're going to run away after messing with his wife. The Silver Wolf King swept the she-wolf aggrievedly, saying that he wanted to run too, but the she-wolf insisted on following him. Su Shu was speechless. Looked up. The Wolf King has 4 or 5 Wolf Kings under his command, and there are 7 or 8 Wolf Kings following the female wolf, which shows that it was originally a huge wolf pack, which was split by the own Wolf King. The female wolf also licked the Wolf King as if showing off to the Wolf King, as if saying something. Since you are useless, don't blame the old lady for choosing the boy. The Wolf Emperor was extremely furious, and his 4 claws shattered the ground. You can clearly see an old scar on its waist, which should be because its stamina has dropped a lot. Oh, it's all caused by. Su Shu sighed secretly. And the Silver Wolf King has already hid behind Su Shu. Su Shu also glanced at the pack of wolves in front of him, which was more than 10 times bigger than the pack of wolves before. There are more than a dozen Wolf Kings alone, and there are countless alpha wolves and ordinary little wolves. It made his heart burn even more. How do you want to deal with today's matter? Su Shu stood up and said indifferently to the Wolf King. He knew that the Wolf Emperor could understand, and that high-level ferocious beasts had extremely high intelligence. The Wolf King swept Su Shu and the Wolf King, and raised his paw fiercely. Baiku Library. He wants the Silver Wolf King to stay and die. Sorry, it can't be done. Su Shu swiftly pulled out 1,000 small blades from his body, combining them into a black-purple magic knife. The Wolf Emperor who was killed by the Tauren was burning with anger, and rushed forward with a cry. Swish. Immediately, the 1,000 blades of the magic knife dispersed into thousands of pieces, combined into 7 or 8 small daggers, and stabbed towards the Wolf Emperor under Su Shu's swing. Boom. The powerful lethality of the magic knife immediately pinned the head and tail of the Wolf King to the ground, temporarily restricting the Wolf King's movements. Su Shu stepped forward and shouted loudly, "Give up, you can't give her happiness." Ah! The Wolf Emperor broke free furiously, and bit Su Shu with a big mouth, bit off a section of Su Shu's shoulder on the spot, and quickly repaired it. Ah! Ah! The King Wolf behind him howled loudly to cheer Su Shu, as if to say, "Boss is mighty." It drove many wolves nearby to bark too. Seeing the cuteness of the King Wolf, Ling'er couldn't help but stepped forward to touch its furry ears. Pooh! King Wolf sneezed and turned his head away when he smelled Su Shu on Ling'er. You guys really can't guess what I'm going through. Shocked, Biling Miao typed a line in the group, and in front of him was the scene of Su Shu fighting the 8-star Wolf King. Swish. The magic knife flashed countless traces in the void, leaving scars on the Wolf Emperor's body, and then returned to Su Shu's hands. With the magic knife, Su Shu is like a sword fairy, defending against enemies thousands of miles away. Of course, the Wolf King is not easy to deal with. It quickly broke through Su Shu's defense, summoned more than a dozen Wolf Kings under him, and surrounded Su Shu. Su Shu flew into the air with a swish, and then dodged to the back of the Wolf King. The magic knife divided into short blades and kept leaving marks on the Wolf King's body, condensing in his hand and stabbing fiercely. At this time, the female wolf looked at the King Wolf with more and more gentle eyes, and suddenly bit it lightly. King Wolf is stupid. No, now, it has been exhausted these past few days, and its legs and feet are a little weak. Just about to retreat, but was cornered by the female wolf, forcing him to ride up. The King Wolf was forced to do business, feeling pain and happiness, and the female wolf kept making low noises. Woo. Husband is currently guilty. Who can bear this? Roar. Seeing this scene, the Wolf Emperor's eyes were bloodshot immediately, and it exploded 10 times its combat power just after being suppressed, and threw Su Shu away violently. Find something for daddy. Su Shu looked back and scolded the Wolf King angrily. Are you so indifferent to time and occasion? Do you have to face her husband? Seeing that the Wolf King was about to rush to the side of the two adulterers' wolves and adulteresses' wolves, Su Shu's figure flickered suddenly. Standing in front of the Wolf Emperor, holding a knife to block, brother, calm down. It's all an illusion, it's all fake. Roar. The Wolf Emperor bit Su Shu with a loud bite. Biling Miao and Linger on the side both blushed, spat at King Wolf, and couldn't help but chuckle. Linger had already seriously thought about it, saying that a servant is like his master. Does Su Shu also like it? Maybe he can get a job from Dagon capital. Su Shu collects some wonderful wives to serve together. If Su Shu knew, he would definitely defend himself loudly. I'm not Cao Amon. After fighting for a long time, the Wolf Emperor couldn't suppress his fierceness completely, so he wanted to kill Su Shu first. It opened its fangs and bit Su Shu fiercely. Unexpectedly, many wolf kings under the command of the female wolf surrounded it instead. After all, the society of wolves is strict, and a wolf king who cannot impregnate a female wolf can bring new blood to the group. It is difficult to be recognized by subordinates. Under the bite of the pack of wolves, the Wolf Emperor was seriously injured by Su Shu's men, and gradually fell into siege. Su Shu just breathed a sigh of relief. After a long time, there was a loud wolf howl. All the wolves turned their attention to the king wolf, its comfortable body straightened, and then slowly got off the limp female wolf. It's cool. Su Shu thought that something big was wrong. Really? Suddenly, a wave of thick blood erupted from the Wolf Emperor's body. He rushed out of the pack of wolves, and rushed straight towards the king wolf, as fast as lightning. King Wolf, who had just had a good time, was suddenly dumbfounded, showing a classic husky expression, turning around and running away desperately. Su Shu's speed couldn't even keep up with the Wolf King at this time. You can only use the magic knife to help the King Wolf. With the help of the magic knife, the King Wolf also gained some confidence, and rushed towards the Wolf Emperor with a roar. After all, the Wolf Emperor was at the end of his battle, and with the blessing of the magic knife, he was quickly defeated. And the King Wolf didn't kill it, but after defeating it, he got up and walked away, quite like a king. Unexpectedly, the Wolf King pretended to be weak, and then jumped up and rushed towards the King Wolf. Su Shu in his heart, this is a King Wolf that he managed to condense. It's bloody. He activated the magic knife skill without hesitation. The magic knife suddenly dispersed into a storm of blades, swept the Wolf Emperor and spun crazily, making the void tremble. Swish. 5 seconds later, the Wolf Emperor had become a stump and a broken arm. Only then did the King Wolf realize later, and quickly ran towards Su Shu wagging his tail. At the same time, the huge pack of more than a dozen Wolf Kings and one Wolf King also roared at the King Wolf, recognizing it as the new master of the Wolf Pack. Su Shu's ear also heard a reminder sound like refreshing the screen. Normal level. Wolf King, become your unit. Normal level. Wolf King, become your unit. Normal level. Wolf King, become your unit. Normal level. Wolf Head, become your unit. You killed a level 10 Wolf King, and you got plus 20 kill value. You gained experience plus 100. Call. Su Shu was excited that the wolf type could break through again. He walked up to the Wolf Emperor's corpse again and used condensation. Ding. You got a level 1 skill crystal. A level 1 skill crystal, you got wolf meat. The two wolf skills are basically useless to Su Shu, it is impossible for him to bite and catch people. Both of these skills were lost to King Wolf. Then, Su Shu looked at the huge pack of wolves, and took a deep breath. He looked at King Wolf again. Are you ready? Woo chirp. Unexpectedly, the King Wolf put its paws on the female wolf, indicating that this should be left to it. Naughty thing. Su Shu covered his face. But I still care about owning the female wolf, and he is a good male wolf. Start synthesis. Except for the female wolf, the 10 Wolf Kings and King Wolf disappeared immediately. Ding. A notification sound came from Su Shu's ear. Does the synthesis take the highest quality arms as the main body? He nodded. Yes, the king quality of the king wolf is extremely rare in the novice village. The wolf emperor is only of the lord level quality. Ding. Complete the synthesis, you have obtained the arms type, sun swallowing wolf emperor. King level. Sun swallowing wolf king level 5 king beast. Strength, 57. Agility, 56. Physique, 58. Mental energy, 600. Skill 1 Thunder trigger the thunder, causing damage and paralysis. Skill 2 Sun swallowing swallow any object within 30 meters indiscriminately, causing 2 times mental energy damage within 3 seconds, and spit out a part of the opponent's ability crystals. If there is a high rank, it may backlash itself. Skill 3 Wolf fighting all fighting skills of wolves, damage increased by 100%. Talent Heart of the Wolf King it has become the king of wolves from a mortal wolf by fighting against fate, and it is permanently blessed by thunder, and its attack has its own thunder effect. Baiku Library. Combat rating, 8.5 stars. Warning. King level, don't try to resist, as long as you escape, you will win. Ah, a mighty wolf howl sounded like it pierced through the void. It is filled with the prestige of a king 10 times stronger than that of the wolf emperor. In front of Su Shu. A tall giant wolf with pure golden hair that almost merged with the sun appeared under the scorching sun. It was 15 meters tall and looked like a hill. The golden mane has strands of purple gold edges, like a round of lavender scorching sun, appearing more majestic and domineering. If it weren't for the flattering look on Su Shu's husky face, which made it look so wretched, this wolf would definitely be the best among wolves. Ha 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 ha. King Wolf became stronger and licked Su Shu more vigorously. All right. Su Shu waved it away. The eyes of the 2 girls next to her were full of intense shock. An 8.5-star beast. In an instant, it became Su Shu's unit. You must know that it is only the novice village stage, and the killing field has just begun. Powerful beyond words. The strength of this product has also reached 8.5 stars. Su Shu, who was ecstatic in his heart, looked at the sun-tunning wolf emperor and thought to himself. Although there are 4 9-stars in Qingfangjai, and there may be high-quality strong. But if I increase my strength a little more, and with this guy, it won't be a problem to kill a few of his sub-rudders. Now, it's time to give you a name. Su Shu looked at King Wolf, thinking. King Wolf suddenly became interested, squatted down, and waited eagerly. Looking at its golden hair, Su Shu decided. It's better to call it Fugi. This name is overbearing. Wang Wanglang raised his claws and pondered for a moment, then shook his head calmly, thinking that this name was not worthy of his aura of a wolf king who swallowed the sun. Then it's called Wangkai, so it's decided. Su Shu didn't give it the right to choose. Wangkai fell to the ground with a groan, and circled Su Shu back and forth, sobbing and complaining. I am the wolf emperor who swallows the sun, the king and beast, master, please don't treat me like this. Su Shu then pointed to several directions and ordered, Wangkai, go to those novice villages now, kill anyone you see, and keep the corpse for me. Hearing Su Shu's order, Wangkai froze immediately, raised his head and said that he would definitely complete the task. Ang Wu. Immediately Wangkai took. The pack of wolves rushed towards the deep mountains. Watching the backs of the wolves. Su Shu's voice was calm. 100 years ago, if you dared to besiege and kill our first wave of great Shah candidates, I'll choose you first. Biling Miao on the side looked shaken. Those are the proving grounds for the Koreans. She immediately spoke anxiously on the channel. From now on, don't approach the Korean proving grounds, repeat, don't approach. There was an immediate response from the channel. Lu Jia. Understood, is this what the boss means? Tan Yan. The Koreans provoke the boss first, there is a good show to watch. Wang Ben. I have long seen that those villains who stole our country's culture are not pleasing to the eye. After solving the matter of the Wolf King, Su Shu's next goal is the ancient ruins. That is the most valuable secret realm in Qiantang County. It is also an opportunity that is almost impossible for ordinary selected people to discover. Of course he couldn't let go of this opportunity. He took the second daughter and quickly moved towards a coordinate. Go deep into the mountains of Qiantang County. The deep mountains where the Chosen One descended are deeper, with few people and trees gradually disappearing. Gobi Desert is everywhere. Su Shu came to the depths of a rock and found a huge oval bronze door. Slowly put your hands on the doorknob. There was a prompt sound in the ear. Do you want to open the ancient secret realm Dengkong's lair? Hint: there may be legendary creatures in the novice village secret realm. It is recommended to form a team after level 15 to challenge. Open. Pen Fun Library. Su Shu didn't have Setsuna's hesitation. He will fish everything that can be fished in the novice village. The huge bronze door was pushed open, and a wisp of smoke and dust fell. The figures of Su Shu and the second daughter disappeared. At the same time, a loud broadcast resounded across the battlefield. Announcement: the selected person is anonymous and has entered the ancient secret realm Dengkong's nest. Opening the novice village secret realm for the first time, the reward kill value +5. There was another discussion in the novice village channel. Although the anonymous boss had shocked him many times, he was still shocked. The boss found the secret realm so soon. That's right. The last time the Chosen One entered the killing field and found the secret realm, it must have been near the end of the novice city. What's going on? Is our novice village about to rise as heaven defying? Big boss. And just at this time, on the other side of the bronze giant gate, from the Rocky Mountains, a group of people are sneaking. Master Park, are you sure that the ancient secret realm is here? HMPH. What's the point of my predicting talent? Although I missed that epic mission, but this time I used props to bless talent, so I successfully predicted the location of this ancient secret realm. Great. If we can enter the secret realm, we will definitely be able to break out in one fell swoop and become the strongest in this novice village. Shish. Don't spread the word. This time I brought out all the high-level officials in Korea, just to make everyone stronger together. When several Koreans were discussing, ding, the battlefield announcement came. All the Koreans stood still in place as if struck by lightning. No, again, Baikyu Library. Fu Duan Diao, who was in the center of the crowd, blushed instantly and became extremely angry. Why? With great difficulty, I predicted the location of this ancient secret realm. Why was he preempted by this guy again? Who the hell is he? Is he just such a natural talent? He refuses to accept it. Fu Duan Diao quickly moved his body and rushed to the bronze gate, only to find that the bronze gate was indeed opened. He took a deep breath, knowing that the man might be extremely powerful. Although he brought all the high-level officials of Korea in the novice village during his trip, they are not necessarily opponents of the opponent. He quickly sent a message to Caesar on the channel, explaining the consequences. Caesar sneered when he learned about it. So you wanted to eat alone without telling us? Lord Caesar, I originally planned to share it, but I'm not sure. Fu Duan Diao suddenly broke out in a cold sweat. But it's okay, take this opportunity to explore this kid's whole cards by the way. Caesar's tone became cold. You stay where you are, and I will send a team of god-killing teams to cooperate with you in trying to get rid of this kid. God-killing team. Alright, that's great, I'll wait here. When Fu Duan Diao heard this, he was overjoyed. The god-killing squad was specially trained by the Great Eagle Nation to assassinate the top powerhouses. Each of them had a special matching talent, and when combined together, they could burst out with extremely strong short-term lethality. With the god-killing team, I can definitely destroy that anonymous person. With the bronze door opened, Su Shu slowly stepped into the darkness. This dust has an unknown number of years, and it has a decayed atmosphere. Inside the door seems to be a cave, connected to an unknowable valley. At this time, Biling Miao seemed to have remembered something. Gently waved her delicate and fair 5 fingers. By the way, Su Shu, you don't know my talent yet, do you? A wave of light blue light fainted from her fingertips. You get the blessing of mental energy aura, mental energy plus 100, mental energy recovery speed plus 10%. A notification sound came from Su Shu's ear. D-level people are mental energy halo, how do you feel about the effect? Biling Miao's little eyes were full of anticipation. Su Shu nodded. This is a good blessing talent, which is similar to Lin Jia's talent. My lord, the slave family also has some strengths. Unexpectedly, Ling Er also showed a mysterious smile and lifted her jade arm slightly. Ding. Another faint spirit power surrounded Su Shu. You get spirit power blessing, your mental energy plus 10%. Another notification sound came from Su Shu's ear. He looked at Ling'er in a little surprise. Spirit power, isn't that something only for immortal cultivators? This epic mission is really not that simple. Ling'er looked at Su Shu timidly. My lord, my family has practiced the way of immortality with immortals since I was a child, so I know some wonderful methods. I hope you will know about it. Understood. Su Shu nodded and strode away. He didn't ask. Most of the questioning will not get any results. But as long as you are strong enough, everything will be solved for you. ... Roar. At this time, a shadow shrouding the heavens blocking out the sun in front of them suddenly rushed towards the three of them. Su Shu quickly flashed past with the two girls. Sweeping towards the shadow, a line of data appeared in front of him. Level 7 Primordial Beast. Strength, 46. Agility, 44. Physique, 51. Mental Energy, 500. Specialty, Prime Ancient Alien Bloodline. All attributes increase by 15%. Combat Rating, 7.5 stars. Introduction. The ancient alien beasts came from the mixed blood of the ancient alien species and the surviving ancient beasts. The power of the ancient bloodline is inherently stronger than the beasts. An ancient beast. Su Shu was horrified. Not to mention anything else, this majestic force alone made him feel a bit difficult even with an 8.5-star combat power. Are all ancient creatures with such strong physical bodies? It was a bear-like monster with scales all over its body, standing and walking. The basketball-sized eyes were blood-red, glaring at Su Shu, and rushed towards him. Roar. Swish. Su Shu quickly called out the magic knife, accurately divided the blade into two torrents, and stabbed towards Jen's eyes. Snapped. He lifted his claws and knocked out many blades, but two blades still entered its eyeballs, instantly smashing the inside of its eyeballs, and a fountain of blood gushed out like a stream. Su Shu took advantage of the victory to pursue, avoiding Wei's huge force. The remaining magic knives gathered in Su Shu's hand, forming a 3-foot blade. Click, fiercely stabbing toward the eyeballs. Yu let out a wolf-like roar, and died after a long while. Ding, you killed the ancient beast that exceeded the level, and the reward kill value is plus 10. Kill the ancient creatures, your power growth rate plus 10%. Ding, you gain experience plus 100. Su Shu's experience value has almost reached the peak after killing 2 consecutive levels, and he is about to advance to level 5. And just after killing Wei, the smell of blood spread. Suddenly, the sound of beasts sounded one after another in the distance. Roar, hiss, ow, ... He immediately looked around. A piece of data popped up in front of my eyes. ... Huan, level 7 Primordial Beast, Strength 43, Dexterity 42, Constitution 50, Mental Energy 300, Specialty Prime Ancient Beast Bloodline. All attributes increased by 15%, Combat Power Rating, 7.5 stars. Camel, level 7 Primordial Beast, Strength 41, Dexterity 44, Constitution 54, Mental Energy 400, Specialty Prime Ancient Beast Bloodline. All attributes increased by 15%, Combat Power Evaluation, 7.5 stars. Different Snake, level 7 Immemorial Alien Beast, Strength 40, Dexterity 53, Constitution 43, Mental Energy 500, Specialty Prime Ancient Alien Beast Bloodline. All attributes increased by 15%, Combat Power Rating, 7.5 star. Su Shu smiled. It really is the ancient secret realm. A 7.5 star combat power is just a mob. The two girls beside her all showed extremely nervous expressions, but seeing Su Shu's normal expression, they immediately put away their nervousness. Forgot to follow such a strong man, what are you afraid of? Su Shu first used disintegration on Wei's corpse. Ding, you gain power plus 3. D-level Source Fire 1, Ancient Alien Animal Meat, Ancient Alien Animal Bone. You get Immemorial Alien Animal Blood Crystal *1. Immemorial Alien Animal Blueprint *1. Direct 3 points of strength. Su Shu was ecstatic in his heart. And it can also increase the growth rate of strength. This ancient beast is too profitable. Directly AD level source fire. One step closer to synthesizing Zhao Zilong. There's nothing unusual about the blueprints, and Su Shu doesn't plan to synthesize this ancient beast, it's still a bit weak for him. What he was curious about was this blood crystallization. Imperial Beast Bloodline Crystal SSS level wireless decomposition and synthesis talent exclusive. Introduction. Use it on any arms or yourself. You can get 10 ancient alien bloodlines G level that can be synthesized into ancient alien bloodline crystals. Su Shu was startled. Can this blood crystal be advanced? Doesn't that mean I can promote it to become a real ancient beast bloodline? He looked at those primordial beasts and immediately became excited. It's all babies. Su Shu, someone knows about this secret realm. At this time, when Bailing Miao received a message, she walked up with an ugly face. Our people discovered that all the high-ranking candidates from Goryeo have gathered here, and a few people from the Great Eagle Kingdom have also come, and they may be targeting you. Our people have rushed to support you at full speed, but it will take time. Oh, Su Shu continued to collect the corpses, looking as usual. Korean people, it seems that Wonkai rushed to nothing, but it's just right, let them come. But Bailing Miao immediately became anxious. There is also AC level talent among them, are you sure? Su Shu had already turned around and walked towards the depths of the secret realm, leaving a word behind him. Save me from looking for them again. At this time, outside the secret realm, walking from afar came 5 chosen ones wrapped in black robes, each with blonde hair and blue eyes. These 5 people were full of gloom. It made people feel a shudder from a long distance away. Think of those rumors about the god-killing squad. There was fear in Pu Duandiao's eyes. But he still stepped forward and said with a smile, "Several, that anonymous candidate is inside. Go ahead and get rid of him, and we will follow behind to help you out." The 5 of them just glanced at Pu Duandiao. Then he stepped directly into the huge bronze gate. Pu Duandiao felt ashamed, but he was not too angry, and waved to many Koreans. 10 minutes later, let's go in again. Swish. In a corner of the Secret Realm Valley, Su Shu's level has risen to level 5. In front of him was the corpse of the 10th giant beast he had killed. What troubled Su Shu a little was that after the upgrade, the attribute points obtained by decomposition also decreased. Use decomposition on the dead snake in front of you. Ding, you get agility +2. D level source fire 1, ancient alien animal meat, ancient alien animal bone, you get immemorial alien animal blood crystal *1. Different snake blueprint *1. Finally enough. Su Shu was ecstatic in his heart. Holding 10 blood crystals, used synthesis. Ding, you got the ancient xenogenic blood crystal 1. Prime ancient heterogeneous bloodline crystal. Introduction. Use it on any arms or yourself. You can randomly get one of the 10 ancient bloodlines F level such as Jingliao, Taishu, Aofu, Yingyu, Qingji, Zuyunape, etc. 10 pieces can be synthesized into the crystallization of the bloodlines of the 10 ancient fierce beasts. Quote. Sure enough, you can be promoted to the bloodline of the ancient fierce beast. Su Shu took a deep breath. Confirm that you have picked up the treasure. If other people come into this ancient secret realm, at most the attribute growth rate will be promoted by 1 wave, and a bunch of ancient animal materials will be obtained. And I control the unlimited decomposition of talent. You can directly get the ancient blood. He put away this ancient heterogeneous blood crystal. Continue to go deep into the secret realm. The 2 women on the side didn't understand why he was suddenly excited, but it was conceivable that Su Shu got a huge benefit. And just when Su Shu was about to step into the middle of the valley, suddenly, there was a sharp female roar. Ah! The sound pierced the eardrums. Even Su Shu's mental energy paused slightly. Also, come. The surroundings suddenly became pitch black, like a spooky haunted area. In front of several people, a black-haired woman with a severed head held her head and slowly crawled towards Su Shu. The black blood dripping all over the ground formed a pair of big hands and grabbed Su Shu. Ghost, Bailing Miao and Ling'er are women after all, so scared they hid in Su Shu's arms. But Su Shu looked normal. Ghost, The killing field said that there are only people and beasts in the novice village, and there will be no ghosts. If there is an accident, it will be notified in advance. Then what is this thing? Su Shu's eyes flashed with brilliance. The magic blade shone brightly. Swish! The decapitated woman slowly disappeared under the knife. It really is an illusion. Su Shu's tone was low. What? A wounded groan came. His attack power is extremely strong. Hurry up and find his spiritual weakness. He's not afraid of ghosts, the dark, domestic violence, or gangsters. What is he afraid of? ... Say it earlier. Su Shu smiled. Really? This is the method of those chosen from other races. They have come. ... The second daughter in Su Shu's arms also sensed that something was wrong. Bai Ling Miao immediately bit her finger and smeared blood on her forehead. The effect of the mental energy halo was forcibly strengthened. Ling also slowly took out a piece of jade pendant to bless Su Shu. Bai Ling Miao frowned, and suddenly said in a somewhat stern tone, God-killing squad. Su Shu was somewhat puzzled. This is the method of the God-killing squad. They are the trump card of the chosen ones of the Great Eagle Kingdom. They are specially used to eliminate the geniuses among the chosen ones of our great Xia. Several people in my father's generation were murdered by them. Bai Ling Miao's face was as cold as frost. So what is it? Su Shu asked calmly. Bai Ling Miao's expression revealed a strangeness. My father doesn't know either. He only suspects that the God-killing squad is related to the legendary, deceitful, talent. Deceitful, type talent. Su Shu was slightly startled. Talents of the sly type and the mysterious type are the two rarest types among the 6 types of talents. It is far rarer than the 4 lines of heaven, earth, man and God. I haven't encountered a single talent of the deceitful type so far. Finally came across it today. Immediately afterwards, various ghosts, monsters, and even a murderous chainsaw maniac appeared in front of Su Shu. The scene keeps changing, but none of them could affect Su Shu at all, let alone scare him. Until a voice came from the dark. Found this guy's spiritual weakness. Very good, invade now. Wow, Su Shu's eyes went dark, and he felt dizzy for a while. Feeling extremely tired all over his body, he couldn't help closing his eyes. When I opened my eyes again, in front of his eyes, it turned into a world composed purely of cubes. This is where Su Shu suddenly became alert. But Su Shu is too familiar with all these things. This is a game he played, Balrog World. He once relied on this game to make money by betting with his classmates. A lot of money for lunch. The mountains, sheep, earth, trees and everything in front of him are so familiar. Kaka. At the next moment, the ground beneath Su Shu's feet cracked open. Wow, a hot cube of magma appeared in front of him. Boom, a magma giant with a height of more than 100 meters crawled out of the magma, with flames all over its body, bubbling magma bubbling on it, roaring loudly at Su Shu. Die, lowly bug. Balrog Baroque. Su Shu's heart was filled with fog. The ultimate boss in the Balrog world. It was also the only boss he failed to clear in that game. Because of the failure to clear the customs, he lost 3 full lunches that time, which was the biggest pretend failure in his life. Recalling that experience, Su Shu immediately felt the worst. Hey, die, you will be killed by your most terrifying existence. The Balrog grinned and grabbed at him. Su Shu was powerless to fight back. At this time, Balrog froze. The panic on Su Shu's face slowly turned into fury, and he rushed towards him suddenly. You screwed Daddy to death, you know. Daddy's lunch money for 3 days. You dare to come to me. I'm so tired of working. You're going to die. Su Shu's expression was even more ferocious than it. The kind of pain that clearly wins, but is always killed at the last drop of blood. Who knows, even if he dies, he will bite off a piece of this guy's flesh. Wow, the cube world shattered in an instant. When they came to the outside world, Bai Ling Miao and Ling had already escaped far away. It was discovered that Su Shu was holding a magic blade, madly slashing and killing several blonde youths in black robes in front of him. In front of the few people, limbs and arms were flying, and people's heads were all over the ground, fleeing frantically in panic. Su Shu. Bai Ling Miao immediately stepped forward and shouted. Su Shu turned his head, his eyes gradually became clear. Only then did he come to his senses. Looking at the pile of corpses in front of him, he suddenly realized. Did I just enter illusion? Careless. I didn't expect this illusion to make me fall for it. Why do you dare to resist the greatest fear in your heart? A blonde young man looked at Su Shu in horror and kept backing away. Please, who won't fight the boss? Are you waiting to die? Su Shu sneered. The moment he entered the killing field, Su Shu abandoned most of the fear in his heart. This is his promise to Old Man Chen. The only fear is probably the experience of losing the game. Swish. The magic blade flashed, and the blonde youth's head flew up, dying with regret. Thousands of calculations have been made, but Su Shu's biggest fear is that he is just a boss in the game. A god-killing team, just wiped out like this. Bai Ling Miao widened her eyes, watching this scene in disbelief. With Su Shu's permission, she also posted the battle scene in the group. At the same time, the leaders of the chosen ones of Daxia, who were hastily gathering outside the ruins, froze in place. Shouts of shock resounded through the wilderness. Lin Jia stared wide-eyed. So, kill them all. Tan Yan was dumbfounded. The most difficult god-killing team didn't survive 10 minutes in front of the boss. The others were suddenly ecstatic. Now the Changqi team doesn't need to make a move. Ha ha ha, I still want to play this trick. The idiots of the Great Eagle Kingdom know how powerful they are. It seems that the boss doesn't let us go. It makes sense, don't you need it at all? Those offal are just for him to deliver food. I still want to help the boss. It seems that we are thinking too much. At the same time, in the Great Eagle Country 460 Proving Ground, Caesar's face was extremely gloomy when he heard the frequent death beep. Snapped. A big tree in front of him was shattered by his wave. The teammate on the side muttered, AG level god-killing team is gone like this. It seems that I underestimated him. Caesar's tone was dark. Another F-level god-killing team and the other 2 grams level god-killing teams originally thought they wouldn't be needed. Now, it's time to get them ready. This anonymous person must be killed. Yes, the candidate of the Great Eagle Kingdom next to him nodded immediately. Where is the hidden plan of Qingfengjai? Continue to implement it. Caesar nodded. Intensify efforts, send more people in, it is best to persuade the 4 Vajra. Yes. Inside the secret realm. Baikyu Library. It's not easy. Su Shu shook his head at Bai Ling Miao. This god-killing squad is really weird, even I accidentally noticed it. Go on, how many such god-killing teams are there? Actually, not only the state-owned god-killing squad in Big Eagle, we also have a similar Changqi team in Daxia, all of which are specially trained by the state. In this novice village, we probably have 1 F-level Changqi team and 2 G-level Changqi teams. It should be so are they. Bai Ling Miao knows everything about Su Shu. We also have the poor team. Su Shu suddenly became interested. This team is very strong. Why haven't you heard of them? Name, quote. Bai Ling Miao smiled. The Changqi squad is specially used to stop the god-killing squad and kill the traitors. It hides in the crowd and won't show up until the last moment. They are all in one-way contact with us. As for the capabilities of the Changqi team, Bai Ling Miao's eyes showed a deep meaning. Before coming to the killing battlefield, the seniors gave me a mysterious item, which has some abilities of a mysterious talent. Mysterious talent. Su Shu nodded. This touched his knowledge blind spot again. This was the first time he had fought against the god-killing team, and he had seen how powerful the secret team was. It's weird to be precise. It also made him discover the secret struggle of previous generations of chosen ones. Actually, I heard from my father that above the novice village, there are stronger teams, and more mysterious. Bai Ling Miao leaned close to Su Shu's ear and whispered. I see. Su Shu nodded calmly. I am even more curious about the talents of the sly and mysterious categories. The mysterious veil of the killing field has been unveiled for him. He then went to look at the corpses of the members of the god-killing squad, hoping to get the secret of their talent. Ding! You got F-level Earth Talent Crystal Agate Peacock's Egg, a special material of the mysterious system Human Flesh, Human Bones. Acquired E-level God-type Talent Crystal Eyes of the Glamorous Banshee, special material of the deceitful system Human Flesh, Human Bones. Acquired C-level celestial talent crystal, adult giant widow spider's silk gland, a special material of the mysterious system, human flesh, human bones. Acquired E-level human talent crystal, crying baby, flower, special material of the deceitful system, human flesh, human bones. Seeing these strange-shaped materials decomposed, Sushu was completely shocked. Will stare at people's eyes. Flowers that make baby cries. Creeping spider silk. What the hell is this? My son. Seeing this, Ling'er exclaimed. Her face was so pale that there was no trace of blood. She stepped forward and pressed Sushu's hand tremblingly. Quick, destroy it quickly. This is a very ominous thing. She looked as if she had seen a ghost. Baikyu library. Or bring back some of the scariest memories. Bai Ling Miao was also shocked. She had never seen anything like it either. Sushu gets cold soon. Calm down and look at those few talent crystals. He found that the talent of the god-killing squad was not strong. There is only one E-level among the 5 people. It means that their talent is also random. It's just that these weird materials on his body were implanted before coming to the killing battlefield, so he can use such weird abilities. These kinds of tricky materials. It is also, so far, the only material that Sushu cannot break down into cubes. Ding! A special material has been detected and can be synthesized. At this time, a notification sound came from Sushu's ear. Sushu suddenly had a bold idea in his heart. Talents of the 2 lines of Sly and Zon probably cannot be obtained from the battlefield at all. It can only be obtained by other means. But fortunately, I can synthesize it myself. Synthesis. Sushu nodded quickly without Setsuna's hesitation. There was a strange cry of a baby, followed by a hoarse howling female voice. An irregular mass of liquid appeared in front of Sushu. The liquid was twisted, forming a hand shape, and it seemed that the feathers with mucus could be seen through it, emitting a faint yellow fluorescence. Give him a little hair on his back. A notification sound popped up in front of him. Thief deceitful talent, G rank. Introduction. After taking the reconciled trick material, you can get a G-level trick talent, which is irreversible after use, and you can't use other types of trick talent except the thief. Sushu frowned. The deceitful talent is worthy of the word deceitful. It's just weird everywhere. If I use it myself, it means that it is bound to the talent of the thief series. Do you need it? This is a problem. Baikyu library. Sushu thought for a while and decided to use it. Anyway, I can decompose it at any time. He grabbed the lump of liquid that looked like a thief's hand, and swallowed it no matter what. Ding! You have obtained the G-level conspiracy talent, Dream Thief. Dream Thief G-class conspiracy talent. Effect. All resistance plus 15%, steal the fear in others' hearts, and create the same dream. Note: the stronger the opponent's defense, the stronger the strength, the easier it is to be defeated. The more people use it, the greater the consumption of mental energy, and the effect on beasts, ghosts, and gods is have. Ding! Obtained a cunning talent, your physique has changed, and your sanity -5. Is this a loss of san value? Sushu felt dizzy and quickly closed his eyes. Little did he know that in the eyes of Ling'er and Bai Ling Miao on the side, an extremely terrifying change had taken place in him, and he was almost scared out of his wits. First, Sushu's left hand was suddenly covered with tentacle suckers and feathers, and then yellow liquid flowed out. Then the whole hand turned into a huge sarcoma, wriggling. In the end, the sarcoma burst open, revealing a smooth as new palm inside. It is simply a horror that cannot be described in words. I see. Sushu smiled and opened his eyes. Deceitful talent is really powerful. No wonder it's called a thief. It's just a G-level conspiracy talent, but it can steal other people's inner emotions, and then weave dreams that the other party can't tell at all. Even many geniuses may fall down on this kind of weird talent. And the god-killing squad obviously didn't get a full-body cunning talent. As a result, all staff GG. Now I will only be stronger than them. Sushu couldn't help feeling hotter in his heart. It's just that it's just a G rank, that's all. I don't know how powerful the high-rank talent will be. And also, I don't know what the Zon department talent mastered by the selected senior in Daxia looks like. What's the matter with you two? Su Shu turned around and found that the two girls were looking at him in horror and scratching their heads in doubt. My lord, have you ever felt unwell? It was Ling who stood up first and looked at Su Shu worriedly. It's all right, very good. Su Shu smiled and pinched Ling's little cheek. Smoothly activated the Dream Thief talent, trying to steal the fear in Ling's heart. But he didn't expect that the first use would fail. Su Shu was stunned. It seems that Ling has a lot of secrets. Instead, he tried to use it on Bai Ling Miao. Ding! The panic on Bai Ling Miao's face disappeared immediately, and he nodded and smiled. It's good that you're fine. Hey hey, Su Shu laughed and rubbed Ling's face. Don't worry about me, I'm still me. Okay, Ling nodded, choosing to trust Su Shu unconditionally. This is something that cannot be said, it is better for you to be less contaminated. The unspeakable thing. A trace of confusion flashed in Su Shu's eyes. Ling sighed. My lord will know in the future. Su Shu didn't follow up. Nodded. Just then, footsteps and voices came. ... Cheer up, the channels are all closed, right? The god-killing squad must have completed the mission, we need to get as much anonymous stuff as possible. It's closed, it will be closed as soon as you come in, don't worry, boss. ... When Su Shu heard that it was Korean, she was immediately happy. Want to pick up on cheap? Just let yourself try out the newly acquired talent. He took Bai Ling Miao and Ling to the dark place. Soon there were 7 or 8 Koreans walking in front of them, all of whom had combat powers between 5 and 6 stars. One was AC level talent, and the others were all D level talents. They were obviously the elite of the selected Koreans. Looking at the C level talent in the lead, Su Shu's eyes were a little hot. Predict talent. Finally got myself caught. He immediately stole the fear from the hearts of the 8 people, and then weaved a dream. ... Fu Duandiao, what are you doing? Fu Duandiao suddenly heard an extremely angry voice. Turn around with his men. Only a dozen or so blonde and blue-eyed people from the Eagle Kingdom suddenly arrived, and the leader was Caesar. Lord Caesar, why are you here? Fu Duandiao immediately stepped forward flatteringly and bowed. Like a dog meeting its master. Unexpectedly, Caesar glared at him directly. You killed the entire army of the god-killing squad, you know. From today onwards, you Goryeo chosen ones get out of the camp and will not be protected by our great Eagle Kingdom. Do not. Fu Duandiao was stunned at first, and then cried while hugging Caesar's thigh tightly. You can't treat us Koreans like this. The great Eagle country is like a father country to us. We can't live without your protection. The Koreans next to them also started crying, like a baby without a father. I don't have your son. Snapped. Caesar kicked him away. Fu Duandiao went up and grabbed Caesar's clothes tightly. No, Dad, no. Caesar was angry. Go to hell. Fu Duandiao was sent flying with one punch. Then Fu Duandiao saw him suddenly ordering the people behind him, destroy these Koreans. Fu Duandiao was extremely angry. If you want to kill us, you don't want to feel better. Many Koreans got up and fought each other, blood was all over the ground. ... Before he died, Fu Duandiao sent a message on the public channel. Caesar is treacherous, don't trust him. ... Mr. Caesar, the Koreans suddenly sent a message insulting you. We don't know what it means. A candidate from the Great Eagle Kingdom suddenly reported to Caesar with a public screen message. Caesar, who was farming wild monsters far away in the proving ground, looked at this message in doubt, with a strange tone. You crazy, why are you scolding me? ... Inside the secret realm, Su Shu slowly walked into the corpses of the Koreans and a group of ancient beasts. Sigh, this cunning talent is really perverted. On the side, Bai Ling Miao and Ling looked like they had seen a ghost, and stared at Su Shu suspiciously. They only saw the group of Koreans talking to themselves suddenly as if going crazy, and then started attacking the group of ancient beasts. Finally all die. During the whole process, Su Shu didn't touch anything. This is too weird. ... Although it is strong, it consumes too much mental energy. Su Shu smiled wryly. Just weaving a 10-minute dream had exhausted his mental energy, and it would take a while to recover. So now he's looking at a pile of dead bodies and doesn't have the mental energy to break them down. Normal use of infinite decomposition to synthesize talent also needs to consume mental energy, but it only consumes 2 points each time, which is ignored by him. Baikyu Library. Now the Koreans helped him clean up a lot of ancient beasts. The way into the depths of the secret realm has been opened. Su Shu's eyes were fiery. The bloodline of the ancient fierce beast. An hour later, Su Shu finally recovered enough mental energy. Disintegrated was used on all corpses. Ding, you got the talent crystal. Ding, you got the talent crystal. Ding, you gain agility +2. Sea level source fire 1, ancient animal meat, ancient animal bone. A large pile of corpses were completely decomposed by Su Shu. There are 7 D-level talents alone. 1 C-level talent. Gathered together a primordial alien bloodline crystal again. Harvest. Ah, this feeling of reaping the benefits is really hard to extricate yourself from. Su Shu smiled, completely ignoring the 2 women on the side. They are still in shock until now. What kind of power has he mastered? Chapter 31. Ding, you have obtained a D-level God-type talent, Fire Control. Ding, you have obtained a D-level talent, Negative Emotion Enhancement. Ding, you have obtained a D-level Sky-type talent, Tang Kong. Ding, you have obtained a D-level Earth talent, Increased Strength of Both Arms. Ding, you have obtained a C-level Human talent, Random Prediction. There was a burst of battlefield notification sounds in Su Shu's ears. He quickly crystallized these talents that should be synthesized and used. Blinking, there is no cooldown now. Strength of both arms increased, has been upgraded. Totally crazy, you must be insane now. Fire control, strength +20%, it has control effects on flames such as enhancement and explosion. The personal data column has also become like this. Level 4, 2975 3000ths. Strength 73, D-level storm, D-level fire control. Agility 74, D-level flashing. Physique 78, D-level hot blood, D-level double arm strength enhancement, E-level lower body strength enhancement, E-level bone hardening, E-level core strength enhancement. Mental energy 1000, D-level completely crazy, C-level random prediction. Natal talent SSS level infinite decomposition and synthesis. Special talent G-level deceitful thief dream thief. Skills level 1 is more courageous, level 1 thunder. Killing value 125. Combat rating 9 stars. Add points available 1. 9-star combat power. Su Shu nodded secretly. This kind of combat power is enough for him to launch the final attack on Qingfeng village and solve the novice village mission. This feeling of soaring strength without any effort really made him secretly happy. And he also won the first C-level talent. What the hell is going on with this predicted talent? Su Shu then looked at the data. C-level human talent. Random prediction. Effect. Mental energy +25%. Sacrifice the upper limit of mental energy. You can randomly learn a secret about the surrounding environment. The more the upper limit of mental energy sacrificed, the higher the level of the secret. Directly sacrifice 50% of the upper limit of mental energy. You can specify a target prediction. No wonder it is called random prediction. The original predicted letter. The information is random. Quote, Su Shu looked at it and smiled wryly. However, it is a ruthless person who dares to sacrifice the upper limit of own mental energy to obtain forecast information. It's no wonder that this Korean man can predict the epic mission in this ancient secret realm. It is estimated that his upper limit of mental energy sacrifice is very low. After thinking for a while, Su Shu shook his head. Decided to try not to use it for prediction until this talent is upgraded to a stronger one. I can't do such a thing of exhausting the water. You know, the later stage mental energy is more important, this is no joke. Immemorial alien bloodlines have also accumulated a lot. The burst of source fire was already enough for Su Shu to synthesize Zhao Yun. Now no one bothers. He took the second daughter and walked slowly towards the depths of the secret realm. The further in, the stronger the strength of the alien beasts. However, in front of Su Shu's current 9-star combat power, they are all targets for harvesting. Swish. Su Shu cut the monsters in the cave like chopping melons and vegetables. The magic blade slammed into the back of a hunchback's body. He successfully reached level 6. All attributes +2. Due to the attribute growth rate brought about by killing the ancient beasts, his first level attribute bonus per liter is twice that of others. It is not obvious in the early stage, but in the late stage, this is the difference in quality. Roar. At this time, in front of Su Shu, there was only one last small-looking cave left. All the strange beasts have been cleaned up by Su Shu. A dull voice filled with endless anger sounded from the deepest part of the cave. So noisy, wake me up. Hum. The loud rumbling noise shattered the ground, and large boulders crashed to the ground. The cave in front of him immediately shattered. Su Shu immediately raised his head and looked down the valley. In the endless abyss, a pair of magma-like eyes suddenly opened, staring at him coldly. A system prompt sounded in my ears. Warning. 9-star ancient existence awakens, please proceed with caution. ... Hum. The two girls next to Su Shu immediately hugged Su Shu tightly to prevent themselves from falling. However, the world went dark at the next moment. A gigantic beast that was so huge that it obscured everyone's sight slowly started to move from the abyss. It walked slowly, and every step made the ground feel like an earthquake. Hum. Su Shu saw it clearly. It was a pair of fangs piercing the sky. A line of data popped up in front of him. ... Ancient alien species Dengkong, level 10. Power, 76. Agility, 75. Physique, 78. Mental energy, 800. Specialties. Skill, earth shaking and mountain shaking, unleash a huge force, making all existences unable to control their figure. Skill, 5 grains Fengdang, all attributes dodge probability plus 5%, power plus 50% when bleeding. Skill passive, auspicious beast, luck plus 5%. Combat rating, 9 stars. Introduction. Although the powerful alien species in ancient times lost most of their power due to countless years of sleep, they are not something ordinary people can challenge. Is this the strongest existence in the ancient secret realm? It turns out that there really is an ancient alien species sitting in the town. Su Shu let out a breath, with a strong fighting intent in his eyes. It's just because the several skills of this alien Dengkong are all what he wants. Did not say. Isn't it just a wild boar? Whoosh. The magic knife quickly gathered in Su Shu's hands and turned into a giant butcher's knife. Hee, little bug, you are provoking an ancient god. Dengkong let out a sneer. This is also the first talking beast that Su Shu has ever seen. But he was right, showing a sneer. Ancient god. What are you pretending to be? Don't think that I don't know that you were a piece of trash in ancient times, and now you have lost most of your power. Su Shu is not afraid at all. Because he believes that the killing field will not choose an area that exceeds the strength of novices as a novice village. Fairness and rules are always the first priority in the killing field. Bold. When Kong was exposed, his eyes were red like boiling magma, and he rushed towards Su Shu. Swish. Su Shu holds a magic knife with thousands of blades. Setsuna rushed up. At the same time, he also secretly used Dream Thief, but Dengkong was only in a trance for a few seconds before quickly recovering. It seems that against opponents of the same star level, this trick talent must be used when the opponent is defenseless. Su Shu reacted immediately. He rolled over. With the blade facing down, it pierced Dengkong's skin fiercely, and then cut open fiercely. When Kong violently tossed and knocked down a large rock, Su Shu's figure flashed again and again. But it didn't affect Su Shu's wound on Dengkong. Chi-chi. Dengkong moved all 4 hooves and charged at Su Shu again and again. Little bug, I'm going to grind you into blood. Boom. The ancient secret realm was almost completely shattered. The 2 girls on the side watched this scene in shock, their eyes full of admiration. This is only a few levels. He fought a 9-star fierce beast head-on, and he didn't lose the slightest bit. The 2 girls quickly retreated into the nearby cave, not daring to disturb the battle between Su Shu and Dengkong. The magic blade turned into a wide-bladed pig-killing knife can successfully separate Dengkong's skin every time. Su Shu is still quite the 6th child, and cuts at its chrysanthemum every time. When Kang's chrysanthemum fully bloomed, his face was already red with an extremely angry expression. Little bug. Chrysanthemum bleeding is really painful. This sourness made Dengkong almost crazy. Baikyu Library. Master Ancient God, my Zaju Saber technique, isn't it bad? Su Shu smiled lightly. With the help of flashes, Su Shu's current speed is already difficult to catch up. But the blinking distance is only 30 meters. Still got hurt several times by Dang Kong. But it was quickly repaired by the surging blood. If it weren't for the fact that the flashing distance is only 30 meters, he can hang Dang Kong and play with it, slowly playing it to death. Talent with a full attribute bar, do you really think I'm joking? Even with the same strength as Su Shu, it is easy to be killed by his endless methods. 5 grains are abundant. When Kong shook his head fiercely, a strong force emanated from him. The blood that was originally flowing out also turned into a thick layer of armor, making its strength double in an instant. The earth shakes and the mountains shake. It stomped hard towards the ground. The violent shaking made Su Shu unable to stand still no matter where he landed. It saw the opportunity and slammed into Su Shu hard. Boom! In its eyes, Su Shu's figure had been crushed, turning into a puddle of flesh and falling to the ground. This not only made Dang Kong laugh out loud. Ha 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 ha. Little bug, dare to provoke the ancient gods, this is your fate. Ah, at this time, a sigh sounded, too weak. When Kong Dun's eyes burst into red, he turned the boar's body and searched around. It turned out that a figure Setsuna flickered, stopped on the tip of its nose. Although the stature is small and pitiful, but completely with the attitude of oppressing its huge body. It was Su Shu. Just at that moment, Su Shu noticed that Dang Kong had been showing weakness and wanted to deal a fatal blow to himself. How could the ancient ferocious beast be really stupid? But Su Shu also discovered at the same time that Dang Kang's anger hides fear of own. He immediately used this fear to weave a dream for Dang Kong for a few seconds. Just a few seconds. His mental energy is empty. It is completely different from the consumption used on those Koreans before. The higher the existence of high rank, the greater the consumption of mental energy. Although this talent is easy to use, it consumes too much mental energy. Su Shu sighed inwardly, slowly fell in front of Dang Kong. The magic knife in his hand suddenly became longer and wider. It became a 40-meter thin-bladed sword. Master Ancient God, it's time for the game to end. Swish. Su Shu inserted the big knife into Dang Kong's neck along the incision made earlier. Crash. Blood splattered all over the sky, just like slaughtering pigs and letting blood in the Langsing countryside. Dang Kong roared in pain, completely unexpected. Su Shu's previous attacks were all cover-ups. His real purpose. It was to break the thick leather armor around his neck. No matter how Dang Kong struggles, Su Shu stubbornly and slowly slid the blade. Stab it. Stab it. A fountain of blood gushed out. Dang Kang's vitality was also released quickly. After a long time, a pleasant battlefield prompt sounded in Su Shu's ears. You killed the ancient alien species Dang Kong that exceeded your level, killing value +20. Your experience +500. The first one to successfully kill the ancient alien, clear the ancient secret realm, broadcast anonymously. Inside the battlefield, there was a loud announcement. The anonymous candidate who is the first to kill the ancient alien species Dang Kong will be rewarded with +5 kill value. The anonymous candidate who is the first to clear the Taiku secret realm will be rewarded with +5 kill value. After the announcement sound came, the high-ranking members of Daxia in Bailing Miao's group made a fuss first. The boss is awesome. If you say you don't need us, you don't need us. It only took so much time to just brush the ancient secret realm. Not to mention that a wave of Koreans was killed among the bosses, haha. Following such a boss, our candidates this year will be saved. Then the public frequency, completely boiled. This is the pass. Up. Quote, I remember that the last candidate was the first one to clear the Taiku secret realm at level 20, right? Also, have you noticed that recently, a group of super powerful beasts suddenly ravaged the Korean proving grounds, and all the Koreans died? That's right, I went in and looked. A bunch of corpses were piled up in the cave. That's a tragedy. And the strong Koreans seem to have notified death, and all the Koreans in our novice village have been cleared. Hey, people are doing what the sky is watching. The Korean people besieged and killed Daxia's chosen ones, and finally the evil will be rewarded with evil. Do you think it's possible this has something to do with them messing with this boss? You know the inside story. Let's talk, let's talk. Inside the Great Eagle Country Proving Ground. A group of high-level officials also gathered around Caesar and discussed. Should we just sit back and watch the Koreans be wiped out? That wolf is too strong. Who dares to go up? What the hell is going on with that wolf? How could there be such a strong beast in the trial field? Ah, Caesar showed a sneer. The sacrifice of the Koreans this time is not worthless. At least it told us the strength of the anonymous man. We will give him a surprise in Qingfangjai. Su Shu didn't know any of this. He is excitedly awaiting the restoration of mental energy. Looking at the huge body of Dangkong, he felt secretly refreshed. Blood. Finally got enough. After mental energy recovered, he immediately decomposed Dang Kang's body. Quote. Your strength +5, get the ancient blood crystal *1, become a health meat, a level 1 skill crystal. Then all the blood crystals that were disassembled were synthesized together. Ding. Synthesis complete. You have obtained the bloodline of the ancient ferocious beast *1. G level. Primeval fierce beast gluttonous bloodline. Blood concentration. G level. Bloodline blessing. All resistance +10, strength +20%, constitution +20%, strength growth rate +100%. Bloodline skill. Level 2 passive skill, swallow. Swallow, there is a 3% chance to eat the opponent's energy attack and transform it into self-healing or restore mental energy. Bloodline transformation. Transform into gluttonous state, all attributes +10%, last for 10 minutes, cool down for 10 days. Note. Synthesizing other animal bloodlines can make this bloodline advanced. As expected of the strongest bloodline in Novice Village. A look of ecstasy flashed across Su Shu's eyes. With the strength of ordinary Novice Village candidates, being able to get this bloodline is indeed beyond the standard. But it also proved its strength. Although it is only a G-level concentration, it may be just a trace of gluttonous blood. But it can provide such a perverted blessing, and it also comes with a level 2 passive skill. 3% chance to eat the opponent's energy attack. Maybe he could suddenly get a mouthful of blood when he hit him. In the future, when the blood concentration is upgraded, it will definitely become a super protective skill. Ding. The first one in the Novice Village to get blood is the broadcast anonymous. Su Shu heard a battlefield notification sound again. He nodded. The familiar battlefield broadcast once again rang through the eardrums of all the chosen ones. Notice. The chosen one is anonymous, the first one to get the bloodline. Gluttony will be rewarded with +5 kill value. The chosen ones please continue to work hard. After the broadcast, the entire Novice Village channel was silent for a few minutes. Then there was an explosion of extremely heated discussions. No way. Boss, give me some way to survive. This must be the reward of the ancient secret realm. This reward is too cool, directly a gluttonous blood. Gayot, you can tell by the name that it is very strong. We are one of the 4 great ancient beasts of Great Xiao. Oh, I'm so jealous that my face turns purple. What's the use of jealousy? Even if the big boss gives you the opportunity of the secret realm, you have to be able to beat it. Su Shu looked at the 3 Dangkong skill crystals in his hand. They are all level 1 skills. Then the 2 level 1 skills of own are also decomposed. Gamble and see what good skills you can produce. Su Shu gritted his teeth. Although according to his experience, the synthesis of the stewed style generally does not end well. Only with the same line, the closer things are, the easier it is to synthesize good things. But he really didn't want so many unused skills to occupy the skill bar. Bet. Ding. After the synthesis is complete, you have obtained a level 2 skill, Thunder Punishment. Level 2 skill, Thunder Punishment. Passive effect. After entering the battle, a thunderbolt will be randomly dropped on the enemy every minute, and the damage depends on the upper limit of mental energy. Active effect. Consume mental energy, trigger a thunderstorm of the upper limit level of mental energy within 500 meters, with paralysis, dizziness, deceleration and other effects. The bet is done. Su Shu's eyes lit up immediately. This is equivalent to having all the benefits of the previous skills, and combining these skills, the power is even stronger. If you fight with others a few times, a thunderbolt will come out and justice will come. Then you can also launch a giant rain of control thunder and lightning. He also has the skills of a mage. In the future, I will definitely be the strongest Dharma king, cough cough. After a few words of pride, Su Shu turned around and left the Taiku secret realm. Ling Er and Bai Ling Miao must have been waiting for him outside. Forming a team with Su Shu didn't affect Su Shu's experience, but Bai Ling Miao and Ling Er also gained a lot of experience, and now their levels have also risen, and their basic attributes are quite high. And when he came to the outside world, but only Bai Ling Miao was found alone, with a trace of unconcealable horror in his eyes. Su Shu, just now a group of bandits came over and snatched Ling Er away. Question mark. A question mark slowly crossed Su Shu's forehead. Immediately, the heartstrings sank. He has led this epic mission of Ling Er for so long, if he is cut off halfway, he will be pissed off. The key is, oh shit, some people dare to cut on who. He turned his head and found a dagger stuck in the bronze door. Under the dagger is Ling Er's strand of black hair. There are a few lines of crooked words written below. If you are a good man, come to Qingfang village and resolve Liang Zi from your village and mine, if you don't want your woman to die. Hold, Su Shu swears, actually is not Dragon King's son-in-law's rage after his wife was taken away. It's a task. Daddy has been chasing such an epic mission for so long, and has brought such a long oil bottle NPC. Cut off. This made Su Shu, who is a game fan, unacceptable. Ever since he was notified by the system that Qingfengjai's animosity had increased, Su Shu knew that the other party was after him. But I didn't expect that these bandits were quite clever in their methods. They followed until now and expected that they valued Ling Er more, so they suddenly attacked. Why not arrest Bai Ling Miao? Because Bai Ling Miao didn't let himself be tempted at all, and he didn't have physical contact with him, so he could tell that he didn't like this woman just by his demeanor. The IQ of this Qingfengjai bandit is much higher than that of the Wolf King. Su Shu thought about it for a moment and figured it out. But he looked calm. Forget all your scheming. Walk. He immediately pulled Bai Ling Miao's shoulder, turned around and walked away. After a few steps, Wang Kai, who had cleaned up the Korean proving ground, led his younger brothers to find Su Shu. Ah, he greeted Su Shu affectionately, and very humanely drew a cave on the ground with his paws, indicating that he had hidden all the corpses. Good fortune. Su Shu touched the wolf's head to express his approval of its efforts. Bai Ling Miao, who was watching from the side, was fascinated. Not everyone can touch an 8-star monster like this. Smell, where is the smell of this thing? Su Shu brought the dagger to Wang Kai's nose. Whizzing, Wang Kai took a breath, and immediately raised his head and roared in one direction. Very good. Su Shu nodded, smiled, patted Wang Kai on the back. Take you guys to eat something delicious. Ow! Wang Kai felt Su Shu's faint killing intent, and immediately let out a long whistle. It seems to shatter the void. Many wolf kings around also roared, and the howling of wolves all over the mountains and plains seemed to be death's oath. Su Shu rode on Wang Kai's golden back, and galloped away into the distance with Bai Ling Miao in his arms. The wolf army is on the way. At the same time, the howling of wolves caused nervous discussions from all directions. Isn't it? Those ferocious beasts that wiped out the Koreans seem to be going to the bandit camp. That direction. It is one of the 4 major sub-rudders of Qingfengjai, could it be? I have a guess. Is there a chosen person manipulating behind this pack of wolves? I'll go. Combined with the king-level arms obtained by the anonymous boss, I'm terrified after thinking about it. One of the 4 major branches of Qingfengjai. As a land snake, Qingfengjai entrenched for 800 miles. The size of a sub-rudder can catch up with Shuibo Lengshan. The terrain is dangerous, easy to defend but difficult to attack. Among the high mountains, I don't know how many bandits are hiding. There are also countless sentry spies along the way. Report. A scout covered in blood crawled into the front mountain camp, and said to an 8-star battalion head, 9 heads. It's not good, the destiny is chasing after him. Oh, the 9 masters exuded strong martial Dao blood qi, and smiled coldly. The imperial court asked us to test them here. Since they are here, let's weigh how much he weighs. Do not. The scout suddenly yelled in horror. He also subdued a wolf king, more than 10 wolf kings, and countless wolves and beasts. What? Kill them all. Su Shu came to the gate of the bandit Dajai Baikyu library. Every time he went to a camp, let Wonkai directly lead a pack of wolves to kill all the bandits. Then the wine, meat and food in the camp were distributed to the wolves to eat. Wonkai wolves are stupid. He looked at Su Shu in shock. Boss, you let us eat this. There is no mistake. We're wolves. Meat-eating wolves. What do you mean by letting us eat food? No hurries. Su Shu patted Wonkai's head. When I gather enough corpses to synthesize Zhao Yun, you can eat as much as you like for the remaining practitioners. No chirp. The pack of wolves had no choice but to gnaw on food, pork and beef with tears and grief. After watching Su Shu disintegrate the bandit corpse into pieces, they synthesized them and stored them. Ding, you got the source fire of martial Dao. Ding, you got the corpse of a high-level practitioner. ... Just 50 high practitioner corpses to go. Su Shu sighed, and after the pack of wolves wiped out several bandit camps, his experience value also rose to 4,667 5,000ths. Very close to level 7. As for the source fire he obtained, it was enough for him to synthesize dozens of tiger and leopard riders. Of course, the premise is that Qiantang County has enough fighting spirits. Looking at the majestic cottage subrutter in front of him, Su Shu slowly stepped forward. None of the bandits dared to come out. The magic blade in his hand suddenly grew bigger, and slashed fiercely at the gate of the cottage. Boom! The giant gate of the cottage, which was more than 10 meters high, was cut off with a bang. There was a loud noise on the ground. Su Shu thought that there would be a large group of bandits rushing out. Unexpectedly, there was only a short and strong man who came, dressed in armor, but his face was full of smiles. He immediately said to Su Shu, cupped hands, "Big brother, I have admired your name for a long time, and I am finally looking forward to your arrival." A question mark appeared above Su Shu's head, and Biling Miao also kept asking questions. My little brother is known as Fanshan Harrier, and he is the 9 masters of Qingfangjai. Today, he took the liberty of tricking his big brother into going up the mountain. He really wanted to save his life. Zhu Dengzhi took the opportunity to get close to Su Shu and spoke sincerely. Does the big brother know where the woman came from? It can't be saved. If you don't know for sure, it will kill the big brother. She is the daughter of the Dog Emperor today, and she wants to trick the big brother into being a dog for the Dog Emperor with her beauty, and bring disaster to the people of Liming. Big brother, please don't be fooled by such tricks. Oh, Su Shu nodded without the slightest surprise. This is probably from my own epic mission. He just stared coldly at the 9 masters. How I choose is my own business, why do you decide for me? What kind of water margin are you playing with me? That's how the 108 generals of Lingshan were tricked into working in the mountains. Playing this trick with daddy who has received 16 years of compulsory education. Zhu Dengzhi was speechless for a while, and then he quickly burst into a smile. Of course, my younger brother can't control the big brother's actions, but the younger brother is also good for the big brother. Su Shu suddenly smiled. If you are really good for me, then I want one thing right now. I don't know what the big brother wants. As long as I have it in Qingfang village, I will definitely give it to you. 9 masters said immediately. Baikyu library. Your head. Su Shu said a word indifferently. The magic blade in his hand flickered. Zhu Dengzhi suddenly looked horrified. The power of this blade made him feel unstoppable. I didn't expect it either. The temperament of the destiny is so weird and unpredictable. It is simply unreasonable. He retreated suddenly, his face quickly revealed a fierce light, and he waved his hands behind him. Bros, this kid doesn't eat a toast and eat fine wine. Next second, swish, his head flew up, with an unbelievable look in his eyes. He did not rest in peace. Hundreds of bandits rushed out under the leadership of 10 7-star combat leaders, but what they saw was the scene where the heads of the 9 masters flew up, and they couldn't help being shocked. An 8-star was beheaded by Su Shu with just one blow. Immediately afterwards, Su Shu spat out 4 words in a cold voice, totally crazy. At this moment, the fear of Su Shu in the hearts of the bandits quickly turned into madness. The dozens of bandits in the front were immediately affected and began to kill each other, causing the entire bandit camp to become a mess. It was originally my legendary mission, and you still play this game with me. Su Shu sneered, as if he saw a pig waiting to be slaughtered trying to call him a brother. Isn't this stupid? Patted Wonkai, who was about to steal the body of the 8th master. Go, Wonkai. Ow. After Wonkai was discovered, he retreated embarrassingly, and led the pack of wolves to rush out. Your experience value +5. Your experience value +8. Your unit leapfrogs to kill the bandit leader, and your kill value +1. Cool. Su Shu heard the sound of experience and the sound of the increase in killing points coming like a rush. With Biling Miao in his arms, he sat on the boulder at the mountain gate. Watch the fun. This feeling of letting the arms kill the enemy is really cool. Biling Miao, who was in Su Shu's arms, watched this scene in shock, staring at the man in front of him, who would believe that he was just a novice candidate. Not even level 10 yet. At this time, a few blonde and blue-eyed bandits hiding in the Subhelm's big village reported the news through the channel with a panicked expression. Lord Caesar, this person is really scary. We have successfully made Qingfangjai have a death feud with him, but now we are not his opponent at all, his arms. Okay, got it. Before they could speak, Caesar on the other side of the channel interrupted their report. This person has been regarded as the highest threat. Our goal now is to use all forces to keep him in the novice village, and we must not let him continue to break through. Continue to observe, find all the opportunities, and report their power to me. And those of you who are relatively high level, you must continue to provoke, and let the high level officials of Qingfangjai also attack him. Yes. Caesar, who has reached level 10 and marched from the mountains to towns to fight monsters. Baikyu Library. Coldly looked into the distance. Explained to several other people. Kevin, you can go over now, and take action at the most critical moment. A group of taciturn and pale men in black robes nodded and turned to leave. The bandits in the front mountain were quickly wiped out by the pack of wolves. Su Shu again decomposed and synthesized 30 high-rank practitioner bodies, as well as many D-level source fires. The experience gained allowed Su Shu to directly rise to level 7. All attributes +2, strength +4. This is the power of the bloodline. There are still 20 corpses left before Zhao Yun can be brought out. Su Shu felt a little burning in his heart. The novice village eradication of bandits is already a large-scale battle. After starting the city-building mission, it is conceivable that arms will become crucial. Certainly, personal strength is also an eternal theme. If the own strength is not strong, relying on arms alone is also a shortcoming, and it is easy to capsize in the gutter. Hey, Wu that thief, how dare you violate the mountain gate of Qingfangjai? At this time, there was a shout. Su Shu clearly saw a giant 9-foot-tall man leading thousands of bandits to kill them out. This is the real strength of the Subhelm. The legendary task of the 10th level chosen one is never that simple. A message popped up in front of Su Shu's eyes. Qingfangjai 8 Masters Level 9 Warrior Type Human Creature. Power, 62. Agility, 63. Physique, 65. Mental Energy, 800. Skill, Level 1 Battle Formation Skill. Swallow Formation. The whole army forms a swallow form. Damage reduction +5%, speed +10%. Level 1 Battle Formation Skill. Shield Formation. The whole army forms a shield form. Damage reduction +20%, outer armor +3000. Level 1 Battle Formation Skill. Golden Knife Formation. The fighting spirit of the whole army is doubled, and the strength of all attributes is +5%. Quote. Commanding Power. 10. Each point of commanding power can command 100 arms. If the number of arms commanded is less than the commanding power, each point will be converted into a 1% increase in all attributes of the arms. Commander Ability Evaluation. Beginner's Approach. Combat Rating. 8.5 stars. Su Shu frowned, and suddenly became interested. This is a Commander-in-Chief General. This was also the first time he encountered a General-type enemy on the battlefield. The battle attribute of this 8th Master is not strong, but he has several battle formation skills. Shield Formation. As soon as he appeared, he waved and directed thousands of bandits. Swish. In an instant, the bandits gathered into a group, and the dense martial Dao blood chi on the periphery slowly formed a huge shield under his command, enclosing him in it. Interesting. Su Shu stepped forward. Raise your hand. Bang! The magic knife slashed fiercely on the giant shield. -1000. A line of numbers floated out from the giant shield. That is to say, with Su Shu's combat power, if he wanted to destroy this giant shield normally, he would need to chop 30 times. Under the command of the general, the arms can exert their greatest power. Su Shu was also thoughtful. Without the commander of a general, it is only the most low-end usage of the arms to rush and bite. Just like a game, strategy and art of war are needed. He looked forward to Zhao Yun even more. Humph. The 8 masters sneered. Just one person dares to break into my Qingfengjai sub-helm. I think you are impatient with your destiny. Destiny. Su Shu was slightly taken aback. It seems that this is what the natives of the battlefield call Blue Star's chosen ones. The killing field is, after all, a real world. Ow. Wang Kai and the pack of wolves circled outside the giant shield, going up to take a bite from time to time, but with little effect. They could only turn their heads back to Su Shu. Su Shu directly turned on the surging blood. Each mountain. In his eyes, thieves are all materials for synthetic warriors. The magic knife is flying in the void to form a huge, knife cloud. Swish. With Su Shu's current attributes, every blow after full firepower is so strong that it can cut through the sky. There are 1,000 people in front of him. And he was alone. But when he swung his giant blade and slashed fiercely at the giant shield, thousands of thieves retreated one step at a time, and the word -3000 suddenly appeared on the giant shield. The armor of this giant shield was reduced by 1/10 under Su Shu's full blow. One man can defeat 1,000 troops. Still too slow. Su Shu shook his head. The head of the 8th family suddenly broke out in cold sweat. Su Shu's strength far exceeded his imagination. Just beheading the 9th master with an 8-star combat power, it's not even his full strength. How strong is he? The 8 masters immediately ordered. Transfer formation, golden knife formation. Swish. Another huge golden knife was condensed, and at the same time it made the giant shield weaker. After all, the energy of all arms is limited. Boom. The golden knife slammed into Su Shu fiercely, pushing the golden mountain down the jade pillar, so fast that there was no room to dodge. This strike is even more violent than Dang Kang's all-out strike with 9-star combat power. Su Shu didn't panic at all, raised the magic knife and collided with the golden knife, resulting in an extremely violent energy collision. That's the collision. Hundreds of bandits died in the battle. Su Shu, alone, forcibly relied on his strength to overwhelm the battle formation composed of thousands of people. Watching this scene, Biling Miao's jaw almost dropped. During the live broadcast of the battlefield, the high-level group members of Daxia who watched this scene were also stunned. Lu Ben, the strength of the big brother is too superior. It is obvious that he has a dungeon of 10,000 people, so he has played solo. Tan Yan, the key is that the boss has no pressure to fight alone. Not to mention that the boss has so many powerful units. Lin Jia, send someone to watch over the boss. Xiao Bai, you should also pay attention. Don't let anyone take the opportunity to plot against the boss. Biling Miao. I know, we also have people lurking in Qingfeng village. Boom. After the huge cracking sound, Su Shu almost chopped the huge golden knife expressionlessly. His expression was as indifferent as chopping meat with a kitchen knife. The only thing first stage wants in his eyes are the corpses of these bandits. Ba Dang's complexion immediately turned ugly. Come. At the same time, shock flashed in his eyes. Golden knife formation. It was defeated by one person. I'm afraid the 4 major Vajras can't do this either. He immediately waved his hand and dispersed the formation into small formations. There are golden knife formations, swallow formations, and shield formations. The purpose is to break it up into parts and delay Su Shu's time as much as possible. And Su Shu also seems to have lost interest in this formation. Began to concentrate on collecting the corpses of bandits. Waved Wang Kai to come forward. Ow! Wang Kai accepted Su Shu sullenly, and began to lead the pack of wolves to bite the formations that Su Shu had scattered. The bandits, who had been beaten down by Su Shu before, became weaker and weaker in the face of the wolves' bite. The 8 leaders kept switching formations. However, it was inevitable that the periphery of the golden knife formation would be breached. Wangke's frustration at not being able to eat human flesh was all vented on him. Ow! In a few moments, a notification sound came from Su Shu's ear. Your unit, the Swallowing Wolf Emperor, kills the 8th Master of Qingfangjai, and your kill value +2. With the killing of the 8 masters, the remaining bandits quickly entered a situation of being massacred one-sidedly. The speed at which Su Shu decomposed the corpse also became faster. What made him a little speechless was that as he leveled up, the decomposed attribute points disappeared. And at this moment, a loud roar came from high in the sky. Another 1,500 bandits roared down from the highest point of the mountain. At the same time, there came a dull male voice that shook the sky and clouds. Did you ever know that Qingfangjai and you are already immortal? Su Shu raised his head. I saw an imposing man with bare feet suspended in midair. His aura is completely different from other practitioner bandits. A line of data popped up in front of him. Qingfangjai headed family, level 10 novice village lord level human creature. Martial Dao cultivation base, martial king level. Power, 84, agility, 88, physique, 87, mental energy, 1200. Skill, 1. Sky Wheel gather the blood chi ditch to move the elemental breath, causing 300% damage. 2. Blood Chi Totem Martial King's exclusive skill, Blood Chi forms a totem in the sky, and provides 30% bonus to different attributes as the totem changes. 3. Exchanging Blood and Dao. All the spirits of boxing are integrated into one furnace, the realm of learning the law but forgetting the law. The attack of all martial Dao is enhanced by 50%. Combat rating, 9 stars. The 4 Vajras in Qingfangjai are indeed novice village lord level existences, with lord level blessings. Su Shu looked slightly surprised. Now it seems that this novice village lord level blessing means that their martial Dao cultivation base has reached the martial king level. He knows, although it also belongs to the 9-star combat power. But the combat power of the 4 Vajras is at its peak, and practitioner, a creature that cultivates martial Dao, has various methods. Really fight. I'm afraid Dangkong, who just woke up after sleeping for countless years, is still stronger. Boom. Seeing that Su Shu didn't answer, Dong Dangja waved his hand directly, and a majestic martial Dao fist erupted from his hand. Blast a wolf king on the ground to death. Overbearing. And the sub-helm bandits who got him to sit in the town directly came out in full force. Surrounded by a sea of people, the wolves seemed to be in danger. Seeing this scene, Biling Miao was also sweating for Su Shu. But Su Shu didn't waver at all, still walking on the battlefield, quietly decomposing the corpse. Stay silent. Dong Dangja frowned. Destiny, no matter what background you are. Today's matter, if you are willing to join my Qingfang village and use it for my Qingfang village, you can write it off. If you don't want to, But Su Shu ignored it. Ding, you got the corpse of a high-level practitioner. Until all the previous corpses are synthesized. Su Shu just stopped, with a look of regret on his face. Advanced practitioner body, is there still a few missing? Looks like we need to kill more bandits. But tiger and leopard riders are enough. He took out a few battle formation skills that he had exploded after killing the 8 masters before, and used them first. Ding, you have obtained the battle formation skill, Swallow Formation. Ding, you have obtained the battle formation skill, Shield Formation. Ding, you have obtained the battle formation skill, Golden Knife Formation. Then, under the watchful eyes of the bandits, the pack of wolves retreated slowly. Dong Dangja frowned. Su Shu remained silent for a long time, and he couldn't figure out what this destiny person was going to do. But at this moment, there was a rush of horseshoes in the distance. 8 armored knights in golden armor galloped to Su Shu and dismounted. Kowtow together. To my master, the one on the mountain. Although this old Taoist has a lot of chores, we are still lucky to live up to our fate. Quote. After speaking, he handed Su Shu a thin book. It was the tiger and leopard rider that Su Shu ordered to complete the skill task before. Although the reward for that skill task is good. But it seemed like a long-term task, and Su Shu was too lazy to spend time. Looking at the book in his hand, he used it directly without saying a word. Ding, you have obtained a level 2 skill, Golden Crow Saber Technique. Golden Crow Saber Technique offensive skill. When using Saber Technique to attack, there is a 5% chance to summon Golden Crow. The damage increases 100%. When using a knife weapon, the attack power is plus 15%. Quote. Another level 2 skill. ... What Su Shu was waiting for was the arrival of the tiger and leopard cavalry. Immediately afterwards, he was in front of the bandits. Using the D-level source fire accumulated before, a 7.5-star tiger and leopard cavalry was continuously synthesized. Until all the corpses and heroic souls obtained in Qiantang County are used up. Ding. You synthesized the tiger and leopard cavalry 1. Ding. You synthesized the tiger and leopard cavalry 1. Ding. You synthesized the tiger and leopard cavalry 1. ... After a while, a full 100 tigers and leopards slowly appeared in front of Su Shu. Willing to die for the master. ... Scattering beans into soldiers. Destiny has such a treacherous cultivation technique. This is a great tiger and leopard rider. There are 100 of them in an instant. My Qingfang village is in danger. Could it be that this destiny person has already made a big effort? When the bandits saw this scene, their eyes were tearing apart. Tiger and leopard ride. Dagon Zhengguo arms tiger and leopard cavalry. A whole 100 tiger and leopard riders appeared in front of them like this. Dong Dangzhe was also stunned. Originally thought that this destiny was about to give up resistance, and he was at the end of the road. But I didn't expect. With 100 tiger and leopard riders, even Dong Dangzhe felt a bit difficult. Biling Miao next to her was even more stunned. No way. Shock flashed in the girl's pupils. Even if my father's generation awakened to the strongest warrior talent, it is impossible to have so many arms at level 10. One can imagine his novice city building task. How smooth it will be. Quote. ... She was completely shocked. I found that I seemed to have been thinking about it. Su Shu will never end up in a dead end, because every step he takes is counted. From the recall of Wang Kai to the appearance of Dong Dangzhe, he recalled the tiger and leopard rider. Every step, he has the timing right in his heart. Only then did she realize that Su Shu, who seemed to be reckless all the way to the end, was actually calculating in his heart all the time. But this is just a habitual basic operation of Su Shu, who is a hardcore game master. Su Shu felt that this was not the peak level of own. With his current strength, it's really going all the way. No need to use your brain. ... Immediately afterwards, something even more shocking happened. I saw most of the wolves and the Wolf King walked slowly to the side of the tiger and leopard rider. And many tiger and leopard riders also walked to a wolf. Su Shu raised his hand. Every tiger and leopard rider is riding on the body of a giant wolf. Ding. Your tiger and leopard ride has been replaced with a mount, and its combat power is plus 0.5 star. Really? Su Shu suddenly became happy. Anyway, tiger and leopard cavalry and wolves are both their own arms, and they are absolutely obedient to themselves, and there is no problem of running in. The tiger and leopard rider who rode a wolf changed from a 7.5-star combat power to an 8-star combat power. ... The bandits stared straight at the tiger and leopard riders riding the ferocious wolf. Tiger and leopard cavalry were already powerful. And this destiny person actually came up with the idea of replacing the beast mount with the tiger and leopard rider. Even more powerful. This made them shudder. Biling Miao also stared at this scene with wide eyes, never expecting that Su Shu would have such an operation. Only Wang Kai was slightly dissatisfied, and many of its younger brothers left. Turning his head away, he pointed his butt at Su Shu, feeling aggrieved. He was pulled over by Su Shu again. What are you unconvinced? I will give you a beautiful she-wolf in the future. Woo. Wang Kai turned his head quickly, turned into a wolf licking immediately, and started licking Su Shu attentively. Okay. Su Shu immediately turned his head to look at Dong Dangzhe. Smile. In the eyes of others, he is domineering. Now, I'm going to destroy your Qingfang village. Not too much. The tiger and leopard rider riding the giant wolf rushed forward impressively. The bandits' formation rushed away. They retreated towards the mountain one after another. The tiger and leopard cavalry is like a red-hot sharp knife. With nearly 100 people, it forcibly breaks through the bandit formation of 2,000 people. Dong Dangzhe, no, hurry up and ask for help, brothers can't last long. The soldiers and horses of this destiny are too strong. The bandits wailed endlessly, their corpses lay all over the field, and they defeated Dong Dangja in midair. Dong Dangja's face was ashen. A bunch of trash. He waves. Wow. The majestic martial Dao's true meaning in the void condensed impressively, and the blood-red blood chi condensed together to form a round of fiery red scorching sun. He stretched his hands, and the scorching sun suddenly became the size of an attic. Before the mountain road that is easy to defend and difficult to attack. Tianlin. Under the sky wheel, the tiger and leopard cavalry's soldiers were temporarily suppressed, but they were spontaneously and organized to sprint back to the horse, constantly consuming the martial Dao blood chi in the scorching sun. Martial king level skills are quite strong. Su Shu nodded. The existence of 9-star combat power is definitely a big boss that can crush a whole bunch of people in Novice Village. Even the energy in the body is completely different from the normal level. With Su Shu's previous combat power, killing Dangkong would be dangerous. If it weren't for the help of the tricky talent, Dangkong would almost have been overthrown. Destiny, how about you and I talk? Dong Dangja slowly landed beside Su Shu, staring at him. My Qingfang village regards you as the head of the family. I just ask you to lead all the brothers to fight against the imperial court. Can you resolve this matter? Biling Miao on the side and the many candidates from Daxia in the chat group were stunned. He is cowardly. Facing Su Shu, a 9-star powerhouse was defeated. He even took the initiative to ask for refuge with Su Shu, and served Su Shu as the main one. At the beginning of the game, the legendary mission force was beaten to surrender voluntarily. I am afraid that Su Shu is the only one in all the previous visits. Su Shu shook his head indifferently. Sorry, I'm not interested in practitioner. Everyone was in an uproar, and the chat group exploded. The legendary force of Novice Village took refuge in the boss, but the boss refused without thinking. What's the reason for Versailles? He's not interested in practitioner. This is 4-9. Star Wars power, thousands of arms. Quote. Hey, I can understand the big brother. With the strength of the big brother, what is this kind of troops in front of him? ... Dong Dangja's face suddenly became extremely gloomy, and he was very angry. In that case, are you going to die forever? You underestimate the background of my Qingfang village too. Hearing this, Su Shu became interested. Intelligence, the more the better. Boom. The extreme anger caused Dong Dangja to step on the ground barefoot, make a deep hole, and sprint towards Su Shu at high speed. Do you really think that Qingfangjai is a soft persimmon that is easy to handle? Wow. At the same time, the tiger and leopard riders broke through the sky wheel and continued to attack and kill the bandits. Blood flowed down from the mountain like a river, and the smell of blood filled the world. Bang! Holding the magic blade in his hand, Su Shu followed Dong Dangja's every move with ease. Even in terms of attributes, it can still overwhelm the opponent. If it goes on like this, it won't take long, and this branch will definitely be slaughtered by Su Shu. At this time, in a certain corner of the hill, 15 men in black robes crossed the mountains and entered the subrutter Dajai from another direction. Watching the scene below where the blood flowed like a river. Can't help pupil constriction. This person must be contained. The leader, a blonde man with a face as pale as a corpse, said viciously. C3 team, C5 team, you go. Help these bandits destroy this man. Yes. After a while, some strange changes took place on the battlefield. Ah! A crisp and melodious song sounded on the side of the hill. The singing is melodious, long and touching. Whether it is a tiger or leopard rider or a bandit who heard the singing, their eyes flashed and Setsuna was confused. Subsequently, the bandits' eyes were completely red. Bloody blood radiated from his whole body, and his combat power soared. The tiger and leopard riders were dizzy, and many of them fell off their wolves and slapped On's head vigorously. Ah! Wang Kai was the first to discover something was wrong. It is not affected. He quickly stood in front of the formation, blocking the rushing crazy bandits. While biting and throwing away the bandits. While frantically sending signals to Su Shu. Ah! Hear the wolf howl. Su Shu cast his gaze towards the battlefield on the mountain. Also found this weird scene. Su Shu frowned. This is not right. But there was no time to think about it. The Dong Dang in front of him had already activated the martial Dao totem, his muscles stretched like steel, and he fought Su Shu non-stop. Magic knife, 1,000 strikes. Su Shu instantly dispersed the magic knife in his hand into thousands of pieces, gathered at one point and stabbed Dong Dangja. Puff, taking advantage of Dong Dang swinging his arms to resist the magic knife. Su Shu flashed towards the mountain in an instant. Swish, his figure came to the battlefield. It was found that Wang Kai and the wolf were already alone, and the golden hair was covered with bandits with blood-red eyes. Many bandits even gnawed on Wang Kai's body with their teeth. Wang Kai rushed left and right frantically, but was overwhelmed by the crowd in the next second. Thunder penalty. Without saying a word, Su Shu flashed in front of Wang Kai and activated his skills. Bang! The lightning net all over the sky condensed in an instant, smashing the heads of all the bandits gathered here in the void. Swish! Blood rained all over the hills and gathered into streams, exuding a foul smell of rotting flesh. You killed. Kill value +1. You gain experience points. Su Shu heard a system notification sound like swiping the screen, and the experience value skyrocketed to 4,008 Next second, Dong Dangja defeated the magic knife and came towards Su Shu again, showing a sinister smile. Have you ever tasted the power of my Qingfeng village? Su Shu ignored him. Instead, look in one direction. But no one was seen. Either a stealth talent, or the ability to interfere with line of sight. Su Shu immediately made a conclusion. At this time, an even more terrifying scene appeared. I saw the dead bandit corpses on the ground, tiger and leopard rider corpses, all slowly got up, their eyes were cloudy, and they rushed towards any target around them indiscriminately, and their combat power was even stronger than before. What the hell is that? Su Shu's pupils tightened. But not much panic. He ordered the remaining tiger and leopard riders to form a hiding formation and retreat slowly. Let Wang Kai block Dong Dangja. And he himself began to collect corpses along the mountain road. Su Shu's figure disappeared from the battlefield. In the mountains, the figure of a woman in black robe slowly emerged. She had a pair of purple pupils. When Zimming dimmed, the figures of a dozen people around her were also revealed. Lilia, your invisible talent can be excavated vigorously in the future. The leading blonde man expressed approval. Then he looked at the battlefield and frowned. Where did he go? It's possible that I found something wrong and escaped. The purple-eyed woman spoke. Hearing this, the people around immediately looked uneasy and began to search for Su Shu. However, Su Shu's flickering figure was too fast, they couldn't catch where he was at all. Biling Miao didn't look at it either. The group has already found out that something is wrong and started frying the pot. Lu Ben, I'm sure those people in the god-killing squad will do it. Lin Jia, I have already sent a message to the Pixiu team, but they seem to be performing other tasks and have not replied to me. Tan Yan, it smells like conspiracy, let's rush to Qingfengjai. Lin Jia, no, we have to wait until the Pixiu team. With our strength, we still can't help the boss. The situation on the battlefield has become extremely serious. The strength of Wang Kai is not as good as that of Dongdaojia. Can only contend with it. But after the battlefield where the two superimposed incidents have occurred, the situation has been greatly reversed. The hiding formation of the tiger and leopard cavalry began to gradually collapse. Su Shu flickered along the way, constantly collecting corpses. The hand speed is extremely fast, and he didn't even pick up a few source fires. He wasn't afraid of tiger and leopard cavalry casualties, anyway, as long as the corpse was there, he could disassemble it and reassemble it again. Ding, you get the high-level practitioner corpse +1. Ding, you get the high-level practitioner corpse +1. After several beeps, Su Shu let out a breath. Finally, he stretched out his hand to carry a blueprint in the space, as well as the materials of hundreds of corpses, and took out all the materials of the source of fire. Do you want to combine arms according to the blueprint, Zhao Yun? Yes, Su Shu didn't hesitate. Ding, the drawings and materials were all turned into cubes and combined together, condensing into a huge circle of light, and a bunch of strange runes scattered from the drawings, which seemed to open a void tunnel. The beeps kept coming. Living material has been synthesized. Energy materials have been incorporated into. Special material has been synthesized. Whoosh. From the void tunnel, a streak of golden glow rushed out, blending into the circle of light. The last system notification sound came. Essence soul material has been summoned. Final synthesis in progress. Synthesis complete. ... Wow. A huge light golden circle of light condensed into a ball. Gathered into strands of lines, a red statue. The divine dragon first flew into the sky, and it was clearly visible for hundreds of miles around. ... Seeing this crimson dragon, Setsuna, the members of the god-killing team, was stunned, and began to tremble from the bottom of his heart. ... All the candidates of the great Xiao felt a sense of familiarity from the depths of their blood. What is this? Why do I always feel like I've seen it somewhere? Dragon. ... The crimson dragon just roared in the void, as if declaring its majesty to the heaven and earth here, and then rushed into the ground, falling down in front of Su Shu. Boom. Like a falling meteorite, the sky was full of smoke and dust, and the wind and sand were everywhere. An extremely sharp gun light turned into a cold star across the sky. A figure riding a white horse dashed out impressively. Everyone kowtowed to Su Shu. The last general of the Great Han conquering the south, Changshan Zhao Zilong, see the Lord. White horse, silver spear, star-like eyes, eyebrows like swords. With a heart full of courage to calm the troubled times, with a long spear in his hand, he can control the country. This is Zhao Zilong. A system prompt sounded in Su Shu's ear. For the first time in the novice region, the unit of the famous general department in history has been obtained, and the killing value is +5. Note 1. Famous generals in history get unique blessings. The initial level 1 9-star combat power, the upgrade growth rate increases with the number of enemies killed, and each army kills 100 enemies, plus 1% growth rate of all attributes. Note 2. If the favorability of famous historical generals is lower than 30, the chance of mutiny will increase. The target is the same civilization as the host, and the initial favorability will be +40. ... I rely on. Level 1 has a 9-star combat power, and killing enemies can increase the growth rate of attributes. Su Shu was a little taken aback. This historical star is too invincible. But there is a problem, he can rebel. As long as the favorability is lower than 30, there is a possibility of mutiny. However, due to the same blood as himself, the initial favorability between Zhao Yun and Own reached 40. It shows that if the crooked nut gets the famous historical general of Daxia, he will definitely rebel on the spot. He immediately checked the opponent's data. ... Zhao Yun, legendary historical general. Grade 1. Power, 83. Agility, 82. Physique, 85. Mental energy, 1300. Commander skills. Level 2 Lord spears like a forest, all attributes of spearman in command +10%, damage +10%. Level 2 Lord invincible, the whole army forms a shield, damage reduction +15%, outer armor +100,000. Level 2 Legend fulfilling the mission, double the fighting spirit of the whole army for 5 seconds. Quote. Level 2 Lord Huang Tian typing, at the cost of entering a state of chaos, the whole army enters a state of +5% of all attributes for 1 minute, and recovers 1% of HP every second. Level 2 Lord destroy the formation and strengthen, inflict damage on all enemy troops. Become weapon damage, and have a chance to make it into a rout state. Level 2 Lord hands on hand, the whole army forms a spear array, speed +10%, has a chance to stun the enemy. Personal skills. Level 2 Lord sweeping thousands of armies causes weapon damage within 30 meters, and has a chance to disarm the opponent. Level 2 Legendary bravery, obtain insight status, and the probability of dodging all damage +10%. Level 2 Lord birds and phoenix spear deals weapon damage to the enemy in front, and has a chance to forcibly disarm the opponent. Commanding power. 101 point of commanding power can command 100 arms. If the number of arms commanded is less than the commanding power, each point will be converted into a 1% increase in all attributes of the arms. Commander ability evaluation. Full of tricks. Equipment. Level 1 Bright Silver Spear, Level 1 Moonlight Armor, Level 1 Night Jade Lion. Combat rating. 9 stars. ... Sure enough, there are 9 skills. And I was born with level 2 skills. Su Shu couldn't help but burst into ecstasy. With such a powerful general, he could literally throw that general bandit out hundreds of streets. No wonder it is written on the blueprint, This is the highest class of arms that can be obtained in the novice village. To obtain this level of reward, one must complete the task of killing the 7-star Wolf King ahead of time in the proving ground. You must know that even now, there are very few ordinary candidates who can reach 7-star combat power. Earn big. Su Shu couldn't help being excited. A part of the endless killing. At this moment, Zhao Yun looked at the sky and sighed suddenly. Do you know where this is? Su Shu was stunned for a moment. This is not what a native would say at all. Report to my lord. Zhao Yun cupped his hands and saluted, showing a mysterious smile. History is unbelievable. The time when this endless killing started is far earlier than you thought. Nani? Su Shu was stunned. There is only one sentence left in my mind. He knows. He actually knew. Could it be that the 3 batches of selected candidates who have entered the killing field on the Blue Star are not the only ones? As early as in the long river of history, has the killing field summoned Blue Star? My lord, you don't need to worry too much. You can summon a wisp of my soul in the period of Gui. This kind of talent is rare even in the 3rd era. It will definitely be one of the firewood of my Zusha in the future. I am willing to assist you. Zhao Yun broke Su Shu's thoughts with a smile. He is still him, that gentle and jade-like Zhao Zilong. But Su Shu was shocked. Zhao Yun is also chosen. What he summoned was his soul. At the same time, a beep sounded in his ear. Historical famous General Zhao Yun, favorability for you +60. Favorability is full. Su Shu was completely messed up. Zhao Yun revealed information in a few words, as huge as the Milky Way between fingers. He discovered that the killing field had existed for much, much longer than he thought. According to Zhao Yun's words, what he summoned was his soul. It means that he still has a body. And it is likely to be in the killing field. These historical famous generals are most likely the ancient seniors of the killing field, who entered the killing field as early as the Han Dynasty. And formed a camp. This camp is called Zhu Sha. Guizi period. Is this what Zhao Yun's era called the proving ground? Su Shu immediately reacted. Originally thought that an outsider was summoned. Unexpectedly, it turned out to be the avatar of the ancient level selected senior boss. And the boss is still very optimistic about himself, directly filling up his favorability with himself. He wanted to keep asking, only to find that Zhao Yun had already opened his mouth and said, limited to the rules, most of the memory of this soul of the subject has been erased. If the Lord has the opportunity to enter the 3rd era in the future, he will naturally know everything. 3rd epoch. Su Shu was shocked. At this moment, a group of Great Shah's chosen ones rushed from the foot of the mountain at a high speed, and happened to bump into Su Shu. Look, the boss is over there. Why is the boss in a daze? Wow, the boss is so handsome in a daze. Lu Ben, Lin Jia, Tan Yan and others all came, and the selected members of Daxia fully supported Su Shu. Only then did Su Shu come back to his senses. He nodded to everyone. But all the candidates in the Great Shah cast their eyes on Zhao Zilong, who was next to him with the white horse and silver gun, and then he was shocked, and stayed where he was like Su Shu. After a long while, the shocking voice sounded. Is this Zhao Yun? Wow, my childhood idol, the most handsome man in the 3 kingdoms, Changshan Zhao Zilong. Boss Su Shu actually summoned a famous historical general in advance. I heard from the previous generation of candidates that the famous generals in history are extremely mysterious, and even they are not eligible to be summoned. Oh my god, I'm totally messed up. No wonder the boss left the battlefield, it turns out he has such a strong hole card. ... From their words, Su Shu heard it. Even the chosen ones of the previous generation don't know the mysteries of the 3rd era. This matter is too far away from myself. He shook his head and said to Zhao Yun, these arms are under your command. Get rid of this cottage. Quote, Zhao Yun's favorability has reached full value, and immediately cupped hands, take orders. Su Shu also knew. At present, it's just that Zhao Yun's ray of soul is full of favorability. It means that the other party is willing to use this ray of soul to help him, and it will also be karma in the future. ... Many candidates from the Great Shah gathered around Su Shu. He stared intently at the scene in front of him. I saw Zhao Yun enter the battlefield single-handedly. Just raise your hand. Fulfilling the mission. A skill. The defeated tiger and leopard cavalry suddenly became popular all over, and everyone seemed to have opened Wushwang, and in turn suppressed the crazy bandit. Wang Kai had already been beaten badly by Dong Dangja, so he quickly took the opportunity to leave Dong Dangja and fled to Su Shu's direction. Dong Dangja turned around and rushed towards Zhao Yun. "Where is the thief? How dare you attack the camp while the old man is away?" The pair of fists slammed towards Zhao Yun fiercely, and martial Dao blood chi overflowed the sky. Zhao Yun is only level 1 now, and has not yet grown in attributes. The spear in his hand pointed directly at Dong Dangja, and the spear came out like a dragon, sometimes fast and sometimes slow. Dong Dangja only found that he couldn't move his fists, as if he was completely restricted by the opponent's marksmanship. Forced disarm. 100 birds towards the phoenix spear. Swish. After only a few dozen moves, Dong Dangja, who was as powerful as Zhao Yun, was defeated and flew to hide in the big village on the top of the mountain. Zhao Yun didn't chase after him either, and he used his troops with ease, urging the tiger and leopard cavalry to clean up the bandits without any hassle. There were only 100 tiger and leopard riders, but they changed into a cone-shaped formation and a swallow-shaped formation all the time, like a big hand spreading out, and wiped out the bandits in a few minutes. Zhao Yun didn't even panic when the corpse on the ground turned into a zombie, so he calmly killed him a second time with his troops. Not a single bit of troops was wasted, and there were no extra casualties. The lion fought the rabbit with all its strength. The tiger and leopard riders quickly rushed into Dajai. Everyone who watched this scene was amazed to the extreme. General demeanor. Is this the real legendary general? ... This is too amazing. Daxia's selected candidates who stood with Su Shu and watched were completely stunned. This is a real ancient general. If you don't overwhelm him by 3 or 5 times, you can't beat him at all, okay? No, this is not Zhao Yun's real strength. Even if his troops are 3 or 5 times stronger than him, then you forgot that Changbanpo's 800,000 Sao army was defeated by him. Got through alone. Quote, "The speed and precision of this kind of killing is what the killing field really wants, right? No wonder there will be group battles in the late stage. Boss Su Shu has now mastered a legendary military general, he is simply an existence of dominance." Now everyone turned their heads to look at Su Shu's eyes, they were more in awe than looking at God. To be in a novice village with such a big guy is really lucky. Even if the key boss has summoned this type of unit, his expression is still so calm, no wonder he is a boss. Little did he know that Su Shu was being troubled by the brushing sound in his ears. Your unit has killed. You gain experience points. Your unit, Zhao Yun, has been upgraded. You've reached level 8. Too much. Su Shu thought to himself that this was even more violent than cheating. Zhao Yun cleaned up a sub-rudder, and he has been promoted to level 8. In addition, Zhao Yun was summoned. His own strength and attributes have reached 10 stars. Rising speed like a rocket. Zhao Yun led the army to kill 1,000 people, and his attribute growth rate increased by 10%, reaching level 2. Level 2 Zhao Yun's strength has approached 9.5 stars. The strength has skyrocketed. Within minutes. Zhao Yun stepped out of the bandit village with a calm expression, and slowly came to the crowd. Kneel down on one knee to Su Shu. Boom. The head of Dong Dangja was thrown in front of Su Shu. Fortunately, the last general will not be disgraced. His tone was so relaxed, as if he had gone to pick a branch and came back. The many selected candidates from the great Shah beside him were all shocked, their faces full of adoring gazes. Wow, so handsome. This is too handsome. Boss Su Shu is not only handsome himself, but why are his arms so handsome? Changshan Zhao Zilong, eternal god. Well, Zilong, you are very strong. Su Shu also nodded. He ordered Wang Kai to send all the corpses of the bandits to him. Although the corpse of the bandit is no longer needed, no matter how small the mosquito is, it is still meat, so it cannot be let go. The soldiers and horses of the Key Lord are extremely useful. Unexpectedly, Zhao Yun's eyes also lit up. Looking at the tiger and leopard rider, his eyes were full of excitement. Good generals love good soldiers. Tiger and leopard cavalry is undoubtedly an excellent unit at this stage. Unfortunately, the number is slightly less. Zhao Yun sighed again. Su Shu looked at the corpses transported by the wolves, his eyes flickered, there will be more. Ding. Disassemble successfully, you get. Ding. Disassemble successfully, you get. After a while, Su Shu had obtained several B-level source fires. Disassembled Dong Dangja's body, and got a Heart of Martial King. Heart of Martial King, the proof of killing a Lord-level creature, wearing all attributes plus 5%, combat skills plus 5%. Su Shu hung it up. Strength rises again. But he raised the sub-rudder Dajai, and did not find Ling Su Shu couldn't help frowning. What about Ling Epic mission After thinking for a while, he found many blonde and blue-eyed corpses of the chosen ones from the bandits' corpses. Combined with the strange singing that suddenly appeared on the battlefield and the resurrection of the dead. It must be the gang of aliens, making trouble again. Su Shu immediately concluded that the god-killing squad must be playing tricks. Zhao Yun, immediately block it, search the mountains, and scrape the ground 3 feet to find those aliens. The last general takes orders. Zhao Yun reined in his horse and moved forward, waving the tigers and leopards and riding them all over the mountains and plains. Lu Ben, Lin Jia and the others said without saying a word, they shouldn't have run far. Tan Yan, activate the dust-free land. Yes, Tan Yan, a slender and graceful Oni-san candidate, is wearing a tight black combat suit. The eyes instantly turned pure white. The delicate body rose into the air. Wow, a faint white ripple spread from her body in all directions. The area was not big enough, and several selected candidates of the spiritual blessing category slowly stepped forward to help her further expand the area covered by white. Within the range of the white ripples, there is no hiding place for any existence. At this time in a mountain depression, the 3 god-killing teams who watched the sub-helm being slaughtered were trembling all over. That is, the famous historical general of Daxia. We actually want to fight against this kind of existence. Horrible. They're coming. How to do? The body of the purple-eyed woman trembled slightly. My invisible talent is only E level, not as high as D level clean land, and will definitely be discovered. Use the order of heaven, hurry up. The leading blonde man gave the order with a gloomy expression. Tian Xingling, this is our only E level item. Are you stupid? There is no chance to surround and kill him this time. As long as we are alive, we still have a chance at the helm of Qingfangjai. Yes. A chubby blonde boy immediately took out a token. The token wrapped around the 3 god-killing teams, and their figures disappeared in an instant. Tiger and leopard cavalry used many methods. The god-killing squad was not found. The chosen ones of Daxia didn't find the god-killing squad either. They must have used group escape props and ran away. Lin Jia said with a serious face. This group of guys who are always doing bad things secretly, dare to fight us openly. Lu Ben on the side was so angry that he put away talent. My lord, I have searched everything within a 300-mile radius, but no trace of the enemy has been found. Zhao Yun also came back to return Su Shu's order, not to be surprised. But the general found this out. After finishing speaking, he handed Su Shu a silk brocade handkerchief. Su Shu took it over and looked at it, and immediately frowned. This is Ling Er's thing. He waved to Wang Kai beside him. Come and smell it. As the Wolf King, Wang Kai is definitely at the level of dominance as a police dog. He sniffed at the Jinpa. He sneezed, groaned, and raised his claws to point in one direction. Now the goal is clear. Su Shu sneered. Let's see who dares to grab the own mission. If you don't expose his skin, you won't believe Su. He waved his hand. The whole army sets off, and I'll be there soon. The last general takes orders. Without further ado, Zhao Yun and Wang Kai rushed in that direction with the crowd and the wolves respectively. Su Shu looked at Lin Jia and the others at the side. Thank you for your help, you don't have to follow me anymore, let's complete the task individually. He is not used to having people following him. Now Lin Jia and the others have reached level 10, with 7 and 8-star combat power, and can independently clean up some mobs in the novice village. Say it. Su Shu threw out a batch of bandit equipment and cultivation technique that he didn't want. He is too strong now, and the low-level cultivation technique can no longer increase attribute points. But for other great Sha candidates, these are all good things that are extremely difficult to reveal. Everyone was very envious, and at the same time, they were extremely grateful to Su Shu. Okay, Lin Jia nodded immediately. He also said, Big brother, if there is anything wrong, you can call us immediately. Su Shu nodded. The task of building the city in the next stage will definitely be a battle between cities. As a novice villager, these people are all from his camp, so it cannot be said that they are completely useless to him. Return. Have. Lin Jia looked a little guilty. I actually know we can't help you now. It was originally the task of the Kunlun team to help you fight against the god-killing squad. But the Kunlun team assigned to our novice village seems to have a special mission, and I have been unable to contact them. Kunlun group. Su Shu became interested. He really wanted to know the difference between the Zan talent that Da Sha mastered. Waved. It's okay, after they complete the special task, there will be a chance to meet each other. Lin Jia smiled wryly. Boss, I'm afraid you broke the novice village at that time, and let everyone open the novice city in advance. It's never too late for good things. Su Shu turned and left. Biling Miao hurriedly followed behind. At this time, in a restaurant in Qiantang County, Caesar and a group of high-level executives of the Great Eagle Kingdom's chosen ones are having a meeting, and the escaped god-killing team is also there. What's going on? Why did the assassination missions fail repeatedly? Caesar was furious, pointing at everyone and cursing. We lost all the Koreans, and there is a talent predictor, but only a part of his strength has been spied. Until now, the Kunlun team has not shown up yet. Mr. Caesar, we found the Kunlun team in a direction deep in the mountains. They seem to have a very clear goal and have been heading west until the border of the novice village. A blonde woman with big horses suddenly stood up and said, there must be some secret mission. Caesar stroked his chin, his face gloomy. What the hell are the Daxia people doing? The man from the Sakura kingdom stood up immediately. I can lead the chosen ones to test the actions of the Kunlun group. Yeah, Caesar nodded. Go. He looked at several members of the god-killing squad again. This time you continue to go to Qingfangjai and wait for the opportunity to surround and kill that anonymous man. Attention, I'm talking about besieging and killing him, not his arms. His arms are no longer what we can fight against. The blonde man in the god-killing squad nodded. I have used the people lurking in Qingfangjai to send that epic task native to the Qingfangjai main village, and persuaded the 3 9-star powerhouses in Qingfangjai to fight together. He does. Success or failure depends on it. Caesar became excited. Very good, report to me all the time. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.